Oh, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, right at the south. On the beach.
On the food to get your information. To the food to be my pressure. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you to spoon you and know. The children crying for salvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Gemma, Maryland to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat get my graduate, my brother to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You want to get a nose on the to spoon. Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, I
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, I do that.
Spoon. Spoon TV. Spoon.
Barabadina.
Spoon.
Kididididabado.
Spoon Entertainment.
Kua. Let's say kua, come today. Kua, come today.
To the spoon.
Yes, I do.
To the spoon.
Yes, I do.
Spoon. Spoon.
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir. It's Mr. Y from the CEO. Stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, right at the south. On the beach.
On the food to get your information. To the food to be my pressure. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you to spoon you and know. The children crying for salvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Gemma, Maryland to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat get my graduate, my brother to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio to spoon. Yeah, yeah, Tonto Spoon.
You want to get a nose up there, Tonto Spoon.
Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, but you back to
Spoon TV. Spoon,
yes, but you back to
Spoon, Spoon TV. Spoon,
Balaba, Balaba,
Spoon,
Kilibamba, Dabaro.
Spoon Entertainment.
Kua, 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 kua.
Yes, I, Mr. Y, from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, right in the South. On the beat.
On the food to get your information. To the food to be Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you ain't know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Morocco, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Fonjama, Reverend to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Every ink about regular, my brother to spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon.
You want to get a nose up there, Tonto Spoon.
Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, but you back to
Spoon TV. Spoon,
yes, but you back to
spoon, spoon TV. Spoon,
Balaba, Balaba.
spoon,
Dabaro.
Spoon Entertainment.
Kua, kua, kua. Você kua, 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 continue. Kua, kua, continue.
To the spoon to get your information.
And of course, there's a brand new month. We freshly in the month of November 2025. This is the 11th month of the year. So, folks, yep, very soon we'll be bidding 2025 farewell and ushering in 2026. On that note, I'd love to say happy new month to each and every one of you, irrespective of how you listening to us or where you're watching us from. Wish you all of this best this month of November. Pray that all of your secret prayers and wishes be granted and that you do end this year on a very high note. Let me say hi to Coach Sheriff, aka Sheriff Oplantini. Says he's tuning in from Front Street, Monrovia, Liberia. And his hashtag is Change Our Mindset. Asha and Connor is also following us. All right. Hashmi Fambula is watching us via YouTube. Mustafa Lahoun is watching us from his or her his NTA residence, I should say. Astute Lawrence S. Bundor is also watching us via Facebook. Joma Sano says, I'm watching you live from district number 14 via town community. Anthony Wigon says, I'm close to following you guys from Doki Quarter, San Nicolas City, Nimba County. Fofi Valley Bayo Jr. says, good evening, Spoon family. Hope you're doing good, Fofi. Othello Dillon is watching us, as well as Habaku Esto, who's following us from Zwedru City there in Grand Jida County. Levi S. Gay is watching us from Lower Margibi County. John Fona, Josephus Chiampapo, if I got that right, Chianampo is watching us, as well as Fumba MC says, I'm watching you from Sincor Matadi. Good evening. Evelyn Williams is also watching us. Ban Alice is following us from Iowa via YouTube. Abraham S. Gue is watching us from Chocolate City. Hassan Kroma is following us from MVTC. Jacob Roberts is also watching us. Vinicius Junior Ba, I pass over you. Watching us on the border of Nukru Town. Jebe Kamara, Josiah C. Masale is watching us on Right Light. Joseph T. Macaulay is following us from Clay Ashland, district number 17, Monserrado County, and the list goes on and on and on and on. It's a lengthy list. G. James Moy is watching us from PHP. Jimmy Richard Davis from Matadi. Samuel J. Sa via YouTube from Robert Sport, Grand Cape Mount County. Angeline Smith is also following us, as well as Eric Dopedo Dillon is watching us from Dallas, Texas. All right. So, folks, welcome to another edition of One-on-One with the CEO, Mr. Stanton Alexander Witherspoon Sr. is going to join us for this program. We have a packed list of items to be exhausted tonight on the program. We apologize for coming out at 8 p.m. That is due to the time change there in the U.S. So, Sunday, until the time can change again, every Sunday the program will come on at 8 p.m. instead of 7:30 p.m. Then during the week, the program comes on at 8:30 p.m. local time, which is 3:30 p.m. or 4:30 p.m. irrespective of where you'll be watching us from the U.S. So please do take note of the change in time. So the program on Sunday will air at 8 p.m. instead of 7:30, and then during the week, the program will air at 8:30 p.m., which will be 4:30 p.m. Some parts of the U.S., 3:30 p.m. as well. So depending on where you're watching us from, please take note that here in Liberia, we start at 8:30 p.m. Weekdays until there can be a change in the time again. So a lot of things happening in the country. I do see a lot of debate on social media, the Orlando deal, back and forth as to what's in the contract, the TIA deal. The executive mansion released a statement calling for the suspension or on the revision of that particular contract that affects our internet, international gateway services, the monitoring of the gateway, and all of these things. A whole lot to talk about tonight on the program, but I can promise you that tonight's show is definitely going to be one to remember. Remember what happened in Red Light, some part of Red Light property dispute. Will be playing host to one of those claiming the disputed property as well. That person will be joining us on the program. We'll be playing host to folks from St. Joseph's PAP. They will be coming on the program as well. So you can just sit back, relax, and let's have a very good program tonight. Roosevelt Franklin Ivy Sr. is also watching us from Accra, Ghana. Charles M. Deline. Charles Deline. How are you, bro? Hope you're doing good. Tamba O. Foreign is watching us. Glendy. Glendy, how are you doing, man? Glendy, happy new month to you. Randa Thomas is also watching us as well. Let me see. Vesely Harris is watching us. Lawson David is following us from Ganta City. Is Lawson? No, it's not Lawson. Yale non Flomo is watching us from Ganta City, Nimba County. D. Melvin Sony is watching us from Old Road, district number 10. Harper's son is watching us from Georgia. Morris Day is following us via YouTube. Emmett Brown, Archie Morris, Jimmy Richard Davis, Aziko Mam Basu's son, and the rest of the folks. So we'll open the phone lines. We'll start with the WhatsApp number. We'll open the phone lines. For those of you watching us, we'll give WhatsApp the preference for now. Okay, talking about giving WhatsApp the preference. And Mr. Witherspoon has appeared in the back. So he's definitely going to come on. As I said, there you go. Dada, what's up?
But I mean, you're talking about me?
Talk about you, Lahana. Anything I talk about you, yay. So
Yeah,
how
you tell me.
not that you got a whole thing set up, you can listen even in the background.
Look at that.
But did
I
you
got
go?
everything set up.
Did you go?
I went to church and I just got back.
Okay.
No, I do. I go to church every Sunday and Tuesday. Tuesday maybe, once every 2 weeks. But I go to church every Sunday.
But
I love going.
You sounded like you didn't want to go.
So here's the issue.
Mhm.
If I were to drive with Madame, I would have been in church up to now. I decided driving alone to come and do the people show. So like that, I said, okay, well, we came with one car, now we came with 2 cars. Go ahead, I will drive. And that's all I was asking this morning. You overheard my conversation and now you want to bring it to the public. You're a bad man.
When you say overheard, like, was that peeping or
Yeah,
eavesdropping?
you overheard my conversation. I didn't know the phone was on.
Go all the way America to listen to the conversation.
Yeah, I didn't know you were listening into my conversation, but that's the way it is. You gotta let it be where it is. At the end of the day, it was a good service. We are grateful to God. It was unique. Yeah.
What was the theme? What did the pastor say?
I'll look in my notebook.
When you preach that way, you can remember.
Yeah. Today was Communion Sunday, right? So a lot of things happened, but as it is, it was a good Sunday, man. I was paying attention in church, though. I believe at the end of the day, the pastor said, "Jesus loves you." That's
Amen.
a powerful message. Jesus loves you. Melvina David, how you doing? Who we got over there? James Kennedy. Emmy Ryder, what's going on with you? Emmy Ryder, that bad guy. I didn't even want to get into our gossip. Doug Dre is here again. But Damo, what's going on? I mean, everything cool. We got EFF, Emmanuel Grongwe coming on. We got Emmanuel Davis coming on. We got the chairman for Sir Joseph Party. What's the party name again? PAP, right? We got Mike Jabate will be in studio. He coming to Toy Home. We have a great lineup today because of everything that is happening. We want to say welcome to the show, Renzi Labla. Miguel Smith, welcome to the show. Abu Dukle, share the show. Sekou Talata Mohammed Sharif. Steven Bowman, better name. Fopa Carter is here. Sarah Zio. Now, it looks like the team go by tribe, right? These 3 names I just mentioned, it looks like they are all from Bon County or Lofa County. Seriously.
The software filtering people now based on.
I think that's right. I think that's exactly what they are doing. Vesely again, another Bon County name. Vesely Harris, right? Fala Roberts, that Lofa, like I said. Fumba Sese, that Lofa, right? Fumba Sese, that Lofa, right? Satamba para Pio Foya. Ronald Snake, that way.
A Smith will come from Boston, a Smith will come from Maryland, a Smith will come from Riverside.
Okay. Depend, maybe. What about Charles Gatte? Gatte is from where?
I don't know.
You don't know Gatte? I think Gatte look more like it's not a southeastern name though. Gatte. I think it's from the Western Cluster region. Yeah, no, I think from Bombay area there, Gatte. Yeah. Well, pay.
Somebody say from Nimba.
Okay, maybe paper, you know, when they say pay, that Pio Nimba. Roosevelt, the team movement. Well, what about Army Raider? Army Raider from where?
But why
It's crazy.
you drag me in your thing?
I mean, we're doing name, man. I'm trying to match the name, but I can't tell, man. Army Raider from where? Army Raider is crazy. I don't know where she came from. What can I get it to be whole day?
Army Raider from America. Army Raider from America. But Army Raider says Mandingo.
Mandingo from where? Nimba, Mandingo from Mosuralo. They all are Mandingo from Guinea, Mandingo from Sierra Leone. Mandingo from where? So Emmy got to tell us. Gano Swapa, Pio that Nimba. You can't take it away. Yeah, Pio Nimba. They said Beatrice, Mandingo American are a business. You're still on East. Beatrice Washington. The Washingtons are from where? Grand Bassa, Mosurado? What do you think?
For me, I think this Washington will come from Grand Bassa.
Grand Bassa, right? What were the name? Exeter, John J. Roberts. That one part, John J. part of Grand Bassa. Right? John J. is from Grand. Joe Bogart. Manga or Bogart? Huh?
Bogart?
At Grand Bassa, right? So I told you that this thing can filter out and combine names accordingly. The last three names from Grand Bassa. No, seriously. So I want you to learn something, right? Shadrach, what's the name? Gagman or Galan? I'm not saying that. I think that's the name. Gogan. I think Gongano, if I'm from Nimba, of course. Michael Nimley. Nimna would be from the southeastern. Sasta. He's from Sasta. Nimley. Moses Moyi Seyon Jr. Country of origin. You know, what do you mean your country of origin? Kipman. This person said it from Kipman. Jimmy Poga, my man. My Darius help me. I jump in, my man.
I can help you when you're unwilling to go to church. You know, you can remember the sermon. I can be jumping.
You know, I made a mistake. I was sharing the show. I put the show in the church chat room. I made a mistake. Listen, I put it in the church chat room. That was a mistake, though. You know, but I didn't go to church unwillingly, though. I love my God. Melvin Salif. Melvin Salif. I think this Salif name, that Mandingo name, right?
Yeah.
Where do you think they are from? Salif.
They could be from Bombing. They could be from Cape Mount.
Yeah, around there. Yeah. Well, a lot of people from Cape Mount or Bapadu, Cape Mount, Bombing, you have majority Muslim, right?
Yeah, because those counties, Cape Mount, Bombing to a larger extent, they have a very large Muslim population. Bombing, Cape Mount, some parts of Bapolu. Yeah, remember King Sao Boso comes from around that end.
This is that name, King Sao Boso.
Yeah, King Sao Boso, Bapolu.
King Sao Boso from Bapolu. Okay, we'll learn it one day. But at the end of the day, though, you have some good people joining us today. We want to welcome each and every one of you. Francis Joma Sion. Francis Joma Sion. Why you don't read text? So, Francis, I do, right? When I open my phone, Francis, you see you'll be afraid of me. I tired, reading these messages because there's a lot of them coming in, Francis. Why you don't? You got my number. Just go ahead and hit me up. Say, Francis, I'll read your message right now. What's the other name? Pei Dopo Emmanuel. That's from Nimba County. Samuel Kofi Woods Jr. They're from the southeastern, or he's a Ghanaian person. There's a Samuel Kofi Woods at Ghana man. Ghana makes crew, man.
So the thing about the crew people, where you have a lot of names corresponding with the Ghanaian names, is that they along the coastal belt.
Fishing. Yeah.
Did the fishing back and forth. So yeah, you get some names that you find in the Ghana, predominantly the Ghana and the Fanti areas. You find these names that are also within the southeastern part, especially with these crew names. So there's been a lot of marriages, so you find these names. Yeah.
Look at it. People from Grand Bassa. Most of the women would be mixed because they go over the Lebanese people, right? I get myself in trouble here. All right, let's leave that one right to the story, right? So most of the children will be mulatto, right?
But it's all around the coastal belt.
Yeah, you're
Maryland,
gonna get Nimba, Grand Bassa. Most of those people would be light skinned, mixed. Yeah, because all the people that are open store in Nimba County, and they leave their family in Lebanon, and they can let more Ali then come, right? So we gotta check Mo Ali. Mo Ali, where is he from? Man, though. But what Mo Ali from?
Pakistan also. I heard Pakistan.
Yeah, but I see family down the Pakistani, the Lebanese, the Egyptians. And,
Syrian, Turkish.
The man's name is Mohammed
Ali.
Salam Alaikum Ali. The middle name is Salam Alaikum. So who understands? Let me.
Yeah, but that is no secret, especially along the coastal belt where you have a lot of these merchants and the rest, and then you have the issue with the mining concession companies and the rest. You had an influx of foreigners. If you go to where you had Lamco and the rest of these places during the tiller time, was it ITC or ITI also the logging company? You had a lot of these Bangladeshis, these Lebanese, and the rest of them working there. So people were getting mixed up. We also have the issue with doing the civil rights.
At the end of the day, though, my takeaway, Dama, right? My thing is that at the end of the day, you find some good people, right? And and some beautiful people,
Okay, OTC. The company was called
the OTC. Yeah, I don't know about those companies. Thank you for telling me they got OTC. Yeah, OTC will be Occupational Training Center. It's right here. It's down the street. Maybe that 10 minutes.
Company back then. OTC.
No, they want the OTC. Yeah, it's part of the recycling company here in the township, where they take the disabled individuals, to go learn art and craft. And the train, that's OTC, Occupational Training Center, and they do a lot of stuff. They do crocheting, they do painting, and every little thing, to get them involved and engaged. That's a beautiful program, and the different groups of nursing home and group of disability centers send the folks there, and they train them, they get them in daily living, active daily living, and they exercise the mind, the body, the soul. And they are very, very creative. And they said that's the OTC that I know here. But your OTC that is a logging company, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's not a defunct company. But then during the Taylor days when we were kids here, that was a big company. If you hear people say their parents work for OTC, back then when somebody's parent works for Ominga, at that time they had the Ominga Tower. They'll put a big walkie-talkie on their side. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, the president probably was making good money if you work with Ominga at the time. Ominga
so this is why Fidelberg Jobs is an oriented timbers company.
Yes.
Thank you, Fidelberg. I mean, and that's a good one to remember. But then what's going on with these different companies in the logging sector? A lot of stuff is happening, and these people just killed in our forest, and we don't know that there's no returns. But like any other concession, these things happen. But I want to say again, a beautiful show coming up your way today. I had to go there, right? But what's going on with CMC? I mean, we're going to start the show. The guys coming up. We're going to have a fun time. But I'm concerned now, though. Have CMC reaches its Waterloo? Are they up there? What's going on?
Well, you asked me this question on Friday, and then
I asked you on Sunday.
And you asked me on Sunday, so you keep asking, you keep chipping away until CMC can come up and tell us what's happening. But at least I watched a podcast from one of the resigned former members.
Yeah.
But Grace Goa, so if I got her name.
Yeah.
And she had a lot of things to say. She pointed out to leadership lapse in the party, according to her, and that its political leader is not, somebody who's got administrative knowledge. According to her, she talked about what she.
Dama, I'm sorry, Elode, I shared the wrong link. Can you put the link in the
Yeah,
in
I
the
can.
chat room? Yeah, I shared the wrong link. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
let me send that right now. So it seems like there is a lot of discontent within the party. Some people resigning for different reasons. So we want to see how the CMC is going to hold. But so far, the party has made it seem as if they've now been shaken by what is happening.
no, did you see the statement from Musa?
I haven't read his statement, so I cannot speak to that.
We're going to put the statement up. The reason why we will flag this, Dama, is because it's troubling for Musa. And I think Musa saying that, well, we're not, I told everybody to be quiet. I don't think it's a good thing telling people to be quiet. I think Musa now need to speak to this. I do believe that he seriously need to speak to this. And we'll be discussing it further tonight.
You shared the right one. It's not a wrong one. You shared the right one.
Okay, but all these guys saying that know about computer saying that the link is wrong. So, the guys and some of them born before computer. So they got to learn how to come in.
Let me see. Probably they're right. They might be right, but let me double check.
Yeah, just drop it in there. I think probably they are right because they stay texting and they just can't wait. And but guys want to say we will open the phone. I want to hear from you. This beautiful. Another thing, and also people are saying, where is President Bouaka? What is he bringing back? And what is he bringing back? We're going to talk about the Musa ability CMC saga. CMC. We're going to talk about how you call him the EFFL.
You laugh, yeah.
As though the red link is there. So you see, Dama did this to you. Dama, if you know what they got, they are saying that anyway. Let me lead the one. They're attacking you, Dama. They are attacking you.
So we also have one of the guys in that red light property dispute.
Yeah,
we're supposed to take him as well. Sheku.
Is he in studio?
He's getting prepped. I just sent in the link again so that he can join.
He's in studio or he's not?
He's not.
I hope you don't have a technical issue though.
I pray we don't.
Nah, we gave you the time to come in studio. I hope you won't have a technical issue. That would not be on us. That would be on him though. If you want to come and join the show, come in studio. If you don't come in studio,
we told him 9 p.m.
Oh, we told him 9, so we still get time, right? Yeah, the time changed. You're right. The time we got Emmanuel Gongwe is here. EFFL, Emmanuel Gongwe. We got a sedition called Asset Door that say they want to try their own show on Sunday. That show is there upon the robber, but we watch them and see what they bring into the table.
Emmanuel Gongwe.
Is Emmanuel still
president for EFFL.
Yeah. Emmanuel is EFFL.
That man used to be a brother, but right now he ain't brother until he gets since he's about to come on the red shop.
Emmanuel Gongwe, do not be afraid, right? I would not tolerate that from Asset Door. You used to be the brother. Wow, there's something. Let me say this. I would say this, and people are going to get mad with me today. I think some political leaders they got to be retired. I think we got to retire some of them. Give them early retirement. Emmanuel Gongwe. Yeah. I think we should. The Liberian people should give some political leader early retirement. We get them a bad feedback though. Is that you getting? I think that's Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you want to get out and come back in, please?
Okay, let me get out and come back in.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Yeah, I think it was Emmanuel. Yeah, Gibson, I know I'm surrounded by the hyena on this show, but Gibson, you will do me justice today. You won't do that to me. And Gibson, just tell me, and I think we got to retire some political leaders. They are not, they shouldn't be around, right?
Yeah.
Emmanuel, you got to log out. You got to log out and log back in, Emmanuel.
Yeah, I think some political leaders should be retired. Mo Ali, for example,
Mo Ali is not a political leader, man. Come on,
the Egyptian Liberian.
It's not family. Mo Ali alone, I'm a friend. He's not a political leader.
So you want to protect your friend? I think so.
We are talking about real political leader. Mo Ali is not a political leader. You know that.
Okay, then Gafwan should be retired.
Gafwa is a wannabe political leader. You can't help himself.
But because when I talk about Bwaga now, you will say Bwaga gets something to do.
No, Bwaga will be retiring after this term. I don't think Bwaga will run. We can talk
I
about
think
it.
we need early retirement. I think we need early retirement.
No. Bwaga cannot retire early. No, he got to complete his term. We've got a board president. Bwaga got to complete his term. President Bwaga cannot let us down. He must complete this term. He must.
Okay, then let Jeremiah will retire.
So you're afraid to call for a job, man? We have to retire.
I said Mimi are going to
No,
watch.
get there.
But,
Get it. Yeah,
but no,
as I told you, yeah, thank you, my man. Let me do it, Gibson. Right. You call everybody in your friend to call job, man. We are named. No, my fellow Liberians, right? I think it will be in the interest of the country if job, man, we are retired.
Like Zopeno should retire.
I agree. Zopeno will go. Zopeno, whether he retire or not, he's going to go. Period. Because you know who I'm hearing? I'm hearing Sir Ase Yambro. He's the leading candidate. The people first. You know that. For that position, he will be replacing Zopeno in Grand Judah. So Zopeno, like it or not, he's going to go. Prince Moyi.
I don't know how Grand Judah is going to make that decision because that man was in the Senate.
30 years. More than 30
Zopeno going to
years.
go. The people are tired with Zopeno. He's going to go.
If you post Zopeno and Isaac on the same scale, Zopeno will come out on top because Isaac being in our Senate before he been Senate pro tem, and he was butchered out. He became ambassador, and he's going to go back to be senator. The Grand Judah is going to vote him for that. I don't know.
Let me ask you. You can grant you that. Let me ask you. Then we'll bring in.
Yeah.
Brother Doe. Do you think Zopeno would be better off than Asido? I mean, Asiyambu 2029.
Yes, Zoe would be better than Isaac.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Zoe would be better than Isaac.
Why is that so?
But what has Isaac done? He was senator. He was Senate pro tem.
What has Zoe done?
All he does is go to section and speak BB English.
What has Zoe done?
Look, I will say this. It may look petty, but I will say this. As much as I have some issue with Zoe, this is a man who knows how to get around people. And he may not be the kind of person who can write laws. He may not be the kind of person who might do.
I think you'll be in problem, because CDC will be carrying us a Yamlo. So I think you'll be having a serious problem. You'll be supporting we are, but then you'll not be supporting us a Yamlo yet.
I will be campaigning against Isaac Yambo.
But you support John Manawea.
I will support George Manawea 100%.
John Manawea asking you to support us a Yamlo.
I'll tell you, I'm sorry, sir. I cannot support him.
Wow.
Listen, there's a difference between me and other people. I don't have to be in a political party to support George Weah. I don't have to get a job in George Weah government. So I'm not afraid if he wins, it doesn't give me a job. I don't care. I can still live. So that's making me an independent person. I'll tell President Weah, I say, this is the worst candidate of our county.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. But guys, welcome to the show. Hey, Gibson, I love having conversation with you because you're a straight shooter. You don't flip-flop like other seditions that we know. You know, you don't play this CDC card, say one, say all. Jose, aye, muya. Excuse me?
Can we wait on that topic? That
no, you have to be out the way on your show today. So please, let's do our talking. Let's do our talking. You want to interrupt us?
I'm not interrupting. I just asked you.
I didn't watch your show today.
I'm asking you politely. Can I weigh in politely?
No, and I'm answering politely. Hell no.
Okay, fine.
They got Joseph, man.
So go ahead, Kevin.
But the thing is, Jerome, you cannot subject your people into mediocre and senator. You can't do that, Jerome. You're a stand-up guy. This man is praising Dusty Rowe. This man telling you, I will not put in no laws. I want all people to come and beg me so I can pay for their school fee and the medical bills. You can do that, Gibson. You're a stand-up guy. Don't do that. Don't do thing out of emotion. Listen to him. How can this man talk about Dustin Rowe? How can this man saying, I will not put in no bills for the people of Grand Jude with that his position? That's what he needs to do. But he's saying, I want my people to come and beg me. Right? I want my people to come ask me for the medical bill. You want to subject the Grangidan to a beggars? Jerome, I know you're better than that, my brother. Don't do that.
I'm better than that. That's why I'm choosing Zoe over.
So you agree with that? So you agree with that? You agree
No, I don't
with
agree with that. I don't agree with
If
that.
you not agree with that,
Let me just say this. Let me just say this for everybody to understand. Isaac Nambo was one of the closest Grangidian to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. During Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government, when Isaac was working in Ellen Johnson government,
he was pro tem.
You were pro tem. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They mass arrested Grangidians with no cause, and he had nothing to do to intervene. This is the man you wanted to be senator? You know how many Grangidians were arrested? 36. You know how long someone took, the least took in jail before they were charged? 8 months. They were tortured. Some of them lost their eyesight. They were tortured. Isaac Nambo was the closest Grangidian ever to be close to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And he failed to intervene. And you want me to go and support him when I put my money and time and energy into those guys' advocacy?
how long Isaac was senator?
That's number one.
How long Isaac?
Let him finish, Kev, let him finish. The man making some points, something that you didn't know. Let's give him a chance to speak on
How
this
long
thing.
Isaac was senator?
But Kev, we gave Brother Gibson chance to tell us. You didn't
Yeah,
know.
number two.
Yeah.
Number two,
Yes,
Isaac
Grand
Valley,
Jude.
when Isaac was senator, when was the last time he went to Grand Jude and held a the town hall meeting? Never. Never. He feel that like he is more educated, he's so sophisticated that he can go down to the people and hold a township meeting. Did you ever hear Isaac Nambo had an office in Grand Jude? Just an office for himself, not anybody. Did you think, do you have any development project development for himself, not for Grand Jude? These are the people that deceive our people. These are the people who think that they are bigger than every Grangidian and they want to come and ride on the popularity of George Weah to become senator. I will oppose Isaac Nambo to the letter, and if it costs me to separate with George Weah and go on my business as an independent journalist, I'll do it. But this is the last man to be senator of Grand Jude County. I will not oppose him. Even if he wins, I will be torn in his flesh.
Wow. I mean, this is a good way to start this program, guys. Thank you for joining us one-on-one today on the CEO Isaac. On this conversation concerning Isaac Yamblo, welcome to Emmanuel Gongwe. My brother Emmanuel Gongwe, I'm so happy to see you today, and we'll have a great conversation tonight. Isaac, I mean, what say you? Listen to Gibson against the former ambassador, Sir Isaac Yamblo.
Starter. Anyone that runs against the young man will do a better job than he has done. Anyone from Grand Jude County. I'm a Southeasterner, so I understand how it works. Anyone that runs against him will do a better job. My friend Justino Gay is one of those persons who've been looking at it as well. If Justino Gay runs against the young man, Justino Gay will do a better job. If Isaac Nambo, my namesake, runs against him, Isaac Nambo will do a better job. I hear everything Gibson say. Let's put facts into place. The brother has been in government leadership from the county for the past 30 years. Starter, the child you gave birth to, the child you born rather, 30 years ago is 30 years old today. graduated from high school, graduated from university, even you careful, married. He's still there. Can you show me anything in comparison to the 30 years of being there that he has done? The last time he was on video, blasting the people of Grand Jide, telling them you can't all your woman give your money to go to hospital and you do blasting the people after they've rewarded him with leadership for 3 decades. How old were you 3 decades ago, Tamba? You know how far you've come now? Of course, he needs to be retired. And anyone that goes against him will do a better job. The leadership of Asa Inyambo, you may disagree with some things, but it has been proven, and it has been shown. You cannot, in any word, compare Asa Inyambo with the gentleman who is there now, a gentleman who have been there for 3 decades, but has nothing to show for that. The only thing we heard him say is to blast the people of Grand Jide on why they can go to him to ask him for any help at all.
But I said, let's move on.
For them.
I said, so let's move on. Let's move on. Let me bring another son from Grand Jide, who is our own Dama Slanger. Dama, now this is some serious conversation. Yeah. So I said Yamblo, and that was all panel. But something strange is happening. Gives us saying I support George Manawea. But I'm not going to support Sir Asa Yamblo, even if John Manawea called for me to do so. What say you, Damo?
Thank you, CEO. So just for the record, Zoe is my cousin, so I'm not going to dwell on that. I just want to ask Mr. Doe and Kef Hassan, when did they realize that Zoe was now representing the people of Grand Jide well? When he was whining and dining, flying private jet with President Weah at the time, they didn't realize that he spent a whole lengthening of time in the Senate, from the House of Representatives up to the Senate. They didn't realize that.
So
or is it
Damo,
let me learn now. You answer my
asking us.
Yeah, wait. You answer.
When did that come to Jesus' movement happen? Is it that when he started to say, oh yeah, the roads are now good, I can drive from Grand Jide to Monrovia, now he's no longer a friend? We know Zoe won as an independent, and he joined the CDC. For a long period of time, during the Weah time, he was a CDC legislator. So that's the simple question I just have for you. So the only campaign now is he has spent a long time there. Akaros Grace spent how many years in the House of Representatives? Why aren't you saying that? You know, a lot of long-serving CDC lawmakers are there. What can you write home about them? So that's just my question. I'm not going to talk about this matter because, as I said, I'm conflicted. Zoe is my cousin, so I'm not going to talk in the matter. I just have that simple question for them to answer. That's all. When did it happen?
I should take that. Okay, which one are you taking that? No, wait. Let them guys answer. I got it, guys. When I spend all our time, we got Sekou Kamara coming on, Emmanuel Bongweye. So which one are you answering this question? You are asking.
1 minute. 1 minute. Stanton.
We can hear the same 7. We got to move on. Which one are you answering the question?
Go ahead. You just take it.
Let me say this to you, right? I had the opportunity to be with Zoe in New York 2023. He was with us at the UN. And I had the opportunity to listen that George Manawea telling him we need to do more for the people of Grand Jide. And Zoe claimed that he did more. At this moment, Zoe flipped because he know that there was a pressure on him to do more because I was there. So he flipped. Zoe flipped will always go on the easy side. He want to go on the easy side. But I was there. I sat with him. I sat with Zoe in New York. So Zoe flipped. Zoe understand that the pressure was coming to him from George Manawea to do more, Jerome. You can ask him. He know that the pressure was coming to him, so he flipped to the easy side.
So we're not understanding you. What did you guys made up your mind to do?
You know, you didn't. You didn't. Like this. Maybe you just didn't want to listen to it.
No, that's a genuine. That's I say, let Kev speak. We'll come to you. I said, let Kev do it on talking. You don't get to protect Kev.
I'm adding.
What you do this?
Listen,
Isaac coming to the rescue.
Seriously, man.
Your achievement to your people says who you are when you are with George Weah. Being with George Weah itself does not make you just a good leader, but your achievement being with George Weah makes you one. Zoe was under pressure to show the achievement towards his people. He did not have any such. So
Isaac,
Zoe can do
now. Ask the question. Isaac, stop. Emmanuel Gonglo, you know that your stuff got some serious internet problem though.
For the reason why the men supported rescue, that the reason why the men are coming all good. Well, he will come all later. But let me end my thought. Stanton,
look,
Stanton. The thing here is Zoe Penner. Zoe Penner is a man known to always go for gravy. When President Weah came as president, he wanted gravy. President Weah will not drive you away. But once you come, you have to show evidence of what you are doing with your people. Zoe couldn't show any good.
So let's go on. Guys, we have to move on.
Let me just say this.
We have to move on.
Does that make you a leader because you're around?
Let's go ahead.
Let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you, I'm from Nigeria. Those are my brothers. Let me just give you the simple example recently.
Don't forget my name, though. Damn, because we can tell it here.
I know.
Don't forget my name.
Let me tell you what lack of leadership can do. Isaac, look at the way he mismanaged the Nasir Doe issue the other day. As an eminent person in the midst, he disgraced George Weah. He brought disrepute to the name of George Weah because of his lack of leadership. And every step of the way, Mami and I were discussing, I was one of those who told Mami, if it is a need for you to meet with the former president before he come there, you should do it. And she was open to that. Isaac did not make that suggestion. Isaac did not make that suggestion. It was George Weah who called her and told her, I want you to come to my house. That's what pissed her off. Isaac disgraced George Weah recently. Look at that. And let me get one more step. I never declare what I support Zoe or I don't support Zoe. But if you talk about who have done well in Grand Jede County in terms of Nigerians, Zoe have done 100% more than Isaac. Zoe single-handedly for almost 5 years took the Grand Jede Association Sport Association on a back. Isaac, we went to Isaac's house for contribution. Isaac refused to contribute to the Grand Jede Association Sport Association. And are the kind of man you want for him? Simple thing like that. The man is a mean man. He mean not to anybody but to himself. You are the senator pro tem of the Grand Jede Association of the Republic of Liberia. The Grand Jede Sports Association need money to buy jersey, sports material, feeding, housing, camping, and you refuse to even send a dime. And Zoe alone, single-handedly carried that thing for 5 years until some people started coming in. Let me give you one more. I'm gonna give you one more example.
Real quick, we gotta go. My question to you:
I can sit down here and give you.
I want to ask you.
As soon as I start to discuss something, I already put my 10 reasons down here. 10 reasons why Isaac Inabo is the worst in terms of comparing him to Zoe Penner. So if Joshua want him, let Joshua support him, because that's why he disgraced Joshua recently and reduced him to public ridicule. If he's a leader, you are going to make sure that what happened that day, you are going to make sure that Joshua's name came up on top. But he did not do that.
Hold on, brother. Let's move on. Yeah, Emmanuel, are you with us? We'll bring it down back. Emmanuel, talk to us. Let's see if we can hear you. Can you unmute?
I'm okay. I'm with you.
Thank you. We can hear you now. You hear me the conversation, and I know this is not one of our many topics, but Senator Zoe Penner, over 25 years, he's moving towards 30, and the former pro tem, Asa Yamlo. We haven't seen vision for him to say which one of you guys will be the best senator again come 2029. What's your take?
Well, CEO, thank you. The first thing, the reason why Isaac and my brother will be debating about which candidate is the best is because for them, anyone who disagree with George Weah, whether or not you are the darling board of the people, once you disagree with George Weah, you cannot have their support. So those who are disagreeing with Zoe right now, it is simply because Zoe is not singing the song of George Weah. So they will have fundamental problem with Zoe. That's one. To look at Zoe and compare him to that of Isaac Yenebo in terms of leadership, I'm not a Grangidian, but I think Zoe is far better than Isaac Yenebo. To be very honest, Zoe is far better than Isaac Yenebo. If I am to have a candidate in Grangidian, and the EFFL will have to make a decision between Isaac Yenebo and Zoe, I can tell you 100% will support Zoe Penner.
So, Tama, let me come to you. I mean that Zoe is not all there yet, though. Politically, Zoe is alive. He got some people that are willing to support him if he's running against Asa Yamlo. This is strange.
Yeah, thank you, CEO. Good evening, and good evening, colleagues on the panel. I'm just going to weigh in shortly, and we can take this over. I'm not too familiar with either Zoe Penner or Yenebo, Isaac Yenebo, former pro tem. But here's what I'm going to say about both of them in terms of representation. When I look at senators and representatives and people who have represented their districts and their counties for 6 years, 12 years, and now Zoe Penner going on to 20 plus years after being representative for 2 terms, and now he's senator. What have they done for their people? If I have a scorecard, if I'm a citizen, I want to go back to my scorecard and say, well, when Mr. Penner came to run here as representative, these are some of the things he promised to do. As senator, these are the things he said he was going to do for us. How can I rate him on those promises that he made for the people of Grand Jida County? Does Grand Jida have some of the best healthcare system in Liberia today? Does Grand Jida have quality education that Grangidians' children are competing at the national level, that they are in the top 5 or top 10 of our wire graduates, high school graduate, and university entrance? Does Grand Jida have roads now, or some of the best roads connecting all of their district and hardest to reach areas? And I will take that scorecard and I will check it against each of them and to see where these gentlemen landed. If at all they didn't score at least 25% or 50% of that scorecard, neither of them should have any place in the legislature to represent the people of Liberia. So when you step forward and you say you're going to represent your county or your district, you must have something to offer. And when you get there, don't forget about the people who voted you, who elected you to go and represent them. If you just go there to enrich yourself, and today you are riding some of the best cars, and you keep the people subservient and on handouts, like even when someone work delivery, they got to go to you to get baby diapers. It is mind-boggling how these people are kept in power for so long. And this is my message to the Liberian people here, is to say this. When you see old lions fighting over an old piece of meat, which means their hunting prowess is no longer with them. They are no longer savvy, they are no longer able to hunt, but they rather keep you subservient. Look outside of those 2 individuals. Who else is there? I mean, Grangidians got some of the best sons and daughters of Liberia. Who else is there to represent you so that you don't continue to be subservient to these people who have failed you time again?
Thank you very much. And I will add to that. We want to say to all of you, share the show. It's good to have you with us on a beautiful Sunday evening at your end, Sunday afternoon at my end. We just came across, off the bat, Zopena, Senator Grandjida Kante, and the former Senator Pro Tem, Asa Yamlo. I agree with you. I don't think both of them should even put their hands up again. Almost 30 years, and you cannot show anything you have done for the people of Grandjida. The reform, Pro Tem, Madam Salif, and Asa Yamlo say, I'm coming back, I want to run again. These are all recycled politicians. I think the people of Grandjida deserve better. If you have nobody on mind, then take Gibson Jeru, a straight shooter. Beg Gibson to be a senator. And I think he'll do a better job than any one of those guys. If you take Zopena, you take Asa Yamlo, they are all saying 6, 6, and 7. Look at what Gibson's saying to us about Asa Yamlo, and we'll call Asa to explain this. While serving as Senator Pro Tem, they were beating and killing your people. This is huge. A big allegation from Gibson. Some of your people blind today because you choose not to intervene under Madam Salif. This is big. So I don't think both men deserve that seat. The people of Grandjida want somebody loyal, somebody that will be people focused, somebody that will help them, not help themselves. Do we have one from Grandjida? Grandjida, do we have one? You got to stand up. You got to stand up and say, we're not bringing these apples back again. But I would agree with Emmanuel though, and gives you on the other side of this. The only reason you see Asa Doe and Kev Hassan talking about Zopena is because Zopena says I support Joseph Boakai. That's the only reason. If Zopena were up and down causing Joseph Boakai, you guys are going to be supporting Zopena today. The only reason why Zopena said the roads are beautiful, and I can drive in less than 9 hours to get to Grandjida. That's the only reason. Is this the kind of politics we will run in Liberia? You must only support George Badawaya ideas, then you are friend to sedition.
We stop breaking our student down to something.
By your thought, let me I said to my dear friend, brother.
But you want to limit our conversation to something that is not.
I say you get a nice haircut. Let me do my close back. and what happened is that people got to understand. Once you're not after saying yes, sir, to John Badawaya, sedition will go after you. John Badawaya been there for 6 years. They never ever criticized Zopena. Show me one criticism that came from them. 6 years. Emmanuel, can you find me one? They never criticized Zopena. Ladies and gentlemen, can you find me one? One criticism. Kept saying that he was in New York with Zopena. John Badawaya brought him to New York. Oh, Zopena was a darling boy that could fly on private jet with John Badawaya. But because Zopena said today that we have beautiful roads leading into Grandjida, sedition bad. My fellow Liberians, we need to retire these, guys said I want to come back. And some of them, they are in. We need to retire them. We need to go for it. We need to go for the water. We need to go for the goal because it's bad for the people of Grandjida and it's bad for the people of Liberia. How can we sit here and give it? The only argument that the guys will bring because the man didn't.
I have to ask you something.
Yeah, but let me finish. You ask me that.
I don't want to ask you what to ask you.
Let me finish. Yeah,
no, we can't wait. But the man's misrepresenting what we said.
They know where I'm going. They're scared to know where I'm going. You're whispering. You're ask.
Yeah, but not me.
So my fellow Liberian, you got two people here, right? You got Zopena. I want you to go check on your Facebook page and post Zopena on John Badawaya. See how many pictures will come up. Up to the election. Just post Zopena and John Badawaya on Facebook. See how many pictures will come up. Just go, seriously. That today sedition said they let Zopena. Are you kidding me? That today sedition telling you say they let Zopena, they hate Zopena. I'm not a Zopena fan, but these are hypocrites. They got more in the eyes than they're trying to take the coat from our eyes. These are the Pharisees. These are
Let's
people
play.
that been on watch. These are the Pharisees. These are the scribe. We got the scribe Asado and the Pharisee kept Hassan.
Allow us to ask you now. Why are you afraid of us?
Why you afraid of our question?
Why are you afraid of us? Thank God you go first.
You're asking.
No.
You're asking. We got it.
First
Yeah.
off, the discussion here is not about CDC or UP. It's about Zoe Penno as an individual and as a Yinembo. And we stated that anybody running against Zoe Penno will do better than Zoe Penno. I hope you heard it. I even mentioned or Justina Gay, who I know is having some form of interest in running in Grand Gila County. Justina Gay, who do way much better than Zoe Penno. The only thing we disagree with, unless you say it is because of George Weah, is that Zoe Penno's 30 years of being in the legislature does not measure in relation to what he's done for the county. So what is in it that is because of George Weah? They may have been there 3 decades. No, I can't let my issue for ask my question.
Isaac, stop being political bad.
The mayor
Isaac,
has
stop being
been
political.
there. It's okay. The mayor has been there 3 decades. I'm coming. The mayor has been represented.
Isaac, let me ask you the question.
Yeah, I don't want to ask, but let me end this.
No,
3 decades, 30 years. 30 years. I was 9 years old. I was 9 years
My
old.
man, the number of time in the Senate got nothing to do with what you can do.
No. It's about measuring.
Let me ask you a question. Center, I want you to put on the screen right now the good rule that Zoe Penno talking about to branch that. Put it up right now. Let's see it. The good rule.
Okay, so that your question?
Yeah, put it up. Put it up. Hey, LeBron will see the guru to grant you.
So wait. You see,
But Kev, another question though.
Ladies and gentlemen, we respect Kev. Kev, I beg you wait, brother Kev.
Yeah, another question though. I request you making you.
Wait. You see how these things happen in Liberia, and this is embarrassing. We're talking. We upload nothing about road. The messenger will go and find road and put it up. Kev, hold on, let me put the road up. The road that's open up talking about, I will put it up. Because we got it in the back. I will. Okay? So hold on 1 minute. Emmanuel, go ahead and make your point.
Put it up.
No, I just see you.
Yeah, they make me the road from South Africa to
Look, it's amazing how these two CDC propagandists sometimes communicate on spawn. No, I just ask. I'm just making statement because Kev said you should pull out road. That was not a question. He was making a request because he wants to look at the road as opener is talking about. So he was not making a request. I mean, he was not asking a question. He was just making a request.
About the leadership in its entirety. And we say,
Isaac,
Isaac,
Jerome to celebrate Dustin Road. I want Jerome to celebrate Dustin Road.
Isaac. No, Isaac. The thing that was open up.
I want my brother Jerome to celebrate.
You can't have conversation like this. Wait, let's do it one at a time.
Isaac and Kev Hassan. The thing about leadership, we narrow. It is only Isaac that brought up third option. Talk about one or guy. It's only Isaac that brought up third option. The conversation the CEO put out was about Isaac Yenemo and Zoe Penno. No other question. And I said, look, if we are to look at the two candidates to make a decision, if I'm making a decision between the two, I will go for Zoe Penno. Even though there are lapses, there are challenges, that engulf Zoe's own leadership along the line. But if you look at Zoe and look at Isaac Yenemo, in the context of Liberian politics, Zoe is more reachable to the people. Zoe is more connecting to the people as compared to Isaac Yenemo. So if you're making a political decision, because political decisions are made based on the person's popularity to win. No political party wants to pull out a candidate that can win. Every political party wants to pull out a candidate that will win. So if you have to look at Zoe Penno and Isaac Yenemo, Zoe Penno is more of a winnable candidate than Isaac Yenemo.
So, but guys, let's do this. We got to bring in Sekou.
And that is where we disagree with you.
I want to
Unfortunately, we
welcome
don't
all
have
of
the time
you.
to
We
respond.
got to bring in Sekou. So we started the conversation with you, Katie, real quick. Give it your best shot. That will bring Sekou. Let's welcome Representative Nathan as
Look,
well.
thank you, Stanton. I don't want to come here today sounding like the public relation officer for Zopeno, but I can sit down here, apart from the fact that Zopeno may not have or personally sponsor a bill that I know of, but he a co-sponsor bill. But I can still array and tell you many, many things that Zopeno have done to help our people. It may not be important to you as your perspective is. You think why the people always voting for the man? Isn't that magic? Isn't that magic that he will win 2 representative positions and win a senatorial position? Isn't that magic? The mayor goes to the villages. He relates to them. He helps people. Have you seen how many people go to Zopeno for help? Have you seen how many people Zopeno is helping? Do you see the kind of development that Zopeno has? What does Asa Inambo have in Grand Jide? He doesn't even have a house.
Let's show the rule.
No. Hold on. I'm closing my comment. What? He doesn't even have a place to stay. Before I'm talking about office.
Thank you very much. So let's make a move. Let's move ahead. I really want to appreciate each and every one of you. We got to bring Sekou Kamara. We will send the link also to our brother Mike Jabatet. But let's close on this thing. It's very interesting for all Liberians to know that this is about Liberia. This is not about one individual. All right. And I can close on this, and everybody have to believe it. The only reason Sedition going after Zopeno is because he's supporting Joseph Yima Boyka. Period. One Zopeno said, I drove on a beautiful road that I dating during 6 years of George Manawia, Sedition talking as enemy of progress. Sedition talking as enemy of progress. So make no mistake. These are some serious fundamental issues. I'm not saying Zopeno is a unique guy. I think the people should have a new senator. But Gibson Aikman is that, is Asa Yamblo that person the people should leave Zopeno and go behind? Asa Yamblo have a track record in Grand Jide, serve as pro tem, represented the people under Madam Salih. So each his own, but my brother kept asking for role. And this is what we do best. These are the beautiful roads that Zopeno was talking about. Okay? Kept asking for roads. Kept asking for feeder roads. Roads in the community. That me tell you say what road bad, what road good. You ask for road. And we'll show you the road in South Africa. And then next time you will learn how to ask for a road just abruptly. Keep saying, we'll show you the road in Detroit. You can't understand, I say, what road? These are Zopeno road he's talking about. These are Zopeno road in Rampanton. So you go and figure it out now. When you finish, you come back and we'll help you. I mean, make no mistake. The man asking for road. Look at the road under Joseph Yima Boyka. Everybody enjoy it. Can you imagine that? Beautiful roads. More to come, by the way. More is coming from France. More is coming from Dubai. You want the one in South Africa? We'll give it to you too. We'll take them from there and carry to Grand Jide for you. Now the road leading to Grand Jide. You go ask for road. Look, guys. Yeah, man. You go ask for road. We'll get you road. I want to say welcome, everybody. We love having you. I'm going to bring in Sekou Kamara. Sekou Kamara is one of those guys that has some issue with the red left thing, but he going down. Sekou left. Let's see if he'll come back. Representative Nathan, it's good to have you, Nathan. Thank you for joining us. Let's hear you. Give your intro, and then when Sekou come back, we'll bring him on.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Okay, Sekou is here. Representative, hold on 1 minute. Sekou, it's good to see you, my friend. How you doing today? Sorry, we're just taking the debt off the surface before we can bring you on. Sekou Kamara, it's good to see you. Can you properly introduce yourself? Who are you?
All right. Hi, everyone. Stanton, thank you so much for having me here. So You know, I'm so glad to be here tonight. I am Sheikh Kamara. I'm the duly authorized representative for the late Kamara, late Mamadi Kamara family. And so basically, I'm here today to talk about the land dispute, calling happiness in real life. And I want to let the Liberian people know exactly what is happening. So, because it seems that a lot of people out there don't know exactly what's happening. So, I'm on the show tonight to speak the things, basically, and answer to any questions you may have relating to the land dispute.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us though. The land dispute you talk about the one that took place in real life, right?
Yes.
And so what
Yep.
happened? Who owns that land? What happened? Why I mean, it was a very scary time. Talk to us.
Yes. So basically, there have been a lot that have really happened about that land issues. So our father, the late Mamadi Kamara, actually, can you guys help me? Yes. Our father, the late Mamadi Kamara, actually owned the property. He purchased the property in 1974 from Anthony Barclay Sr. He's late now. And like initially, he bought like 1 acre and then another, let's say, sorry, one lot and then another lot like subsequently until up to 5 lot. So basically, right now we have somebody that is claiming to own this property and that it belonged to his father. So basically, I'm here to provide more clarity so that the Liberian people can know. So like why this is happening.
I beg you. Simple, yeah, but I know you thank you, but why? Why are we here
Okay.
discussing the land issue when the court say go and take the
Yeah.
people? You think the court was wrong though?
Yeah, technically, I think the court was very wrong because this whole issue started with one Mr. Batun Keita, with one Mohammed Tanja Keita, and Mohammed Tanja is the son of Batun Keita. Okay, Batun Keita used to live in Mali, but I'm gonna give you a quick background story. About this guy. Batun Keita actually came from Mali. That is where he originated from. So when he moved to Liberia, our late father, Mamadi Kamara, hosted him. He gave him shelter. He gave him everything that he really wanted. And then they both became friends and they built that bond. So, and the bond really grew, like it grew like stronger to the extent that when by Tony Keita was blessed with a son, he named his son actually after the late Mamadi Kamara. And that son is
Yeah, but I understand.
Mohammed.
Listen, we'll go through the family history. Yeah, my question is, who owned the land?
We own the land,
Who we?
the Kamara family,
Okay, so who claiming this land?
Mohammed Tanja Keita.
Okay, why? Why is he claiming the land?
Well, he claimed the land because he think that it belonged to his father, and he think he has influence. He can like take advantage of our weak judicial system to take our property.
So the court agree with him, right?
Yeah, absolutely, as Claire is saying over there.
So what you guys going to do?
So basically, we are doing everything to follow the legal process as we are doing right now, and so we honestly have no plan of, let's say, leaving the property, as we intend to uh, exhaust every
Did
legal
he
process.
did he go to the Supreme Court?
Yes.
And is this the ruling from the Supreme Court?
Yes.
So you left with no other legal option though.
Well, I think we have ECOWAS, so that is no legal options, and basically there's fraud involved in this whole thing. They allow deceptions, manipulations that nobody has clue of, and there's also a lot of misinterpretations of everything.
So you guys went from the lower court all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court finally ruled in his favor.
Yes.
And the Supreme Court ruled in his favor. Now you guys left with no other option but to go to ECOWAS court, right?
Yeah, I think that's one of the best options we
but
have.
you know, nothing good ever comes from ECOWAS court that the Liberian people respect. So what will you do?
Well, maybe not this time around, especially when you have all the evidence out there and the Liberian people know exactly what happened behind the scene. So I believe that something can be done. So I mean, we have a lot of integrated people in the judicial system, although not every one of them. But when the evidence that I have, when it's out there, I believe that something might change.
So my last question: they're going to send the Liberia National Police and the court Sherry to take people off the land, like they tried doing, though. Will you guys fight? Will you guys resist?
Well, it is not like we are resisting, but the community members are resisting because basically they think that there was fraud involved, and no one knows Batum Keita in that area, so they think it was unfair, and they want to send the message out there so that everyone knows that the right thing wasn't done.
So at the end of the day, let me play this video, then the guys can come in, maybe they want to contribute.
Okay.
Sorry, that kept beautiful roads. Let me play this video real quick.
Our national police
So at the end of the day, though, yeah, we are. Where were you? How you feel about this video?
Well, honestly, like I feel bad that this is happening and things shouldn't be happening this way. I think the Liberian people deserve better, but again, so it is what it is as of now. The communities are actually resisting because no one knows Batum Keita, and whatever the code did to get to where we are was wrong, and so the community think is not.
How long have this been in the code? How long has this been in the code?
Well, I think approximately 6 years.
Wow. Wow. Will you talk to your people to not resist the Liberian National Police? Because look at this sort of video. The man calling for jihadist war, like Allah Akbar. And this thing is scary, you know, when you start speaking a terroristic term, it's very, very scary.
kana Allah jamo badula
Afrika silama yale madoya Afrika faka wa silama ya belo ma silama ya kerelela misi chete mana le
ay jaga kama Afrika
Allah wadu akabir
atra ma kreke la wule nani ni kana ra misri kunda ma ko misri tetila so ayo ala ko son badin so mamo wule ni alula maka ro mi protect anya tani fla ma ko ro mi teti e wa ye namu
aina atakbir Allahu akbar la hawla wa quwwata illa billah moyana inshallah
so ayo cha
At the end of the day, that's very scary. It's like people are reliving the situation in Iraq, in Syria, in Afghanistan. That's very scary, though. And that's not what we should be doing. Well, I mean, can you condemn those things? Can you speak to your people and tell them it is wrong?
Yeah, first of all, I think that is a poor comparison, especially using the term terrorist, and I don't think that is the right term.
But that's the word we learned that word from them, though, Sekou, to be frank. How can a man say Allah Akbar and he got a cutlass in his hand? Can you condemn it, though?
I mean, like saying Allah Akbar, I mean, Allah is great. You understand?
Yeah, but it's not just by saying it. So let's face it. We saw this thing on from outside group. They say Allahu Akbar, they chop somebody head off. The man got colors in his hand. And he saying Allahu Akbar.
So,
it's scary.
so
It is. We gotta condemn it.
So I mean, basically, I mean, like people would say that, but you have to understand that Allahu Akbar is a common term, especially as Muslims. We always use it whenever we face some difficult situations. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allah is great. Because, I mean, that is what we can say at this moment, because the greatest of all is Allah. That is what we believe.
No, I agree with you, Sekou. Let's see. Whenever you get the problem, you want to come on the show, come on the show. But we got to condemn this one. The man got cutlass in his hand. And that's what makes it even more scary.
You have to
he got weapon in his hand.
Say that.
And then the officer of the court, the Liberia National Police, they went in there to do a piece of job. And this man has weapon in his hand. He got colors in his hand, and he's saying Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar is like our mind. We are traumatized to see that they're hanging somebody, they're cutting somebody's throat, and they're saying Allahu Akbar. And that's what we are seeing in Liberia. It's totally wrong. I mean, you got to condemn it.
So basically, I'm not saying that I support violence. Basically, I was attacking your statement and how you phrase it. All right. So I don't in any way support violence, and especially we call it. That's not something I endorse. So I do not support that, and I can
condemn that now. Condemn that. Let's make progress.
I mean, listen. Of course, listen. I've done that earlier. So so I don't support it. I've said that. So if you don't support something, what does that mean? I don't support the cutlass, but however, I do support the community resistance. I mean, if they try to, let's say, take over something that is not theirs. So basically, community come out, they fight, and however, like I don't endorse the quality issues or any violence. So I'm going to be clear with that.
Again, Sekou, you know, I really do admire you, and I hope your kids, I mean, in any shape or form, you guys can fight civilly. You guys can fight according to the law. But we should condemn those things that make our country to look like a terroristic country, right? We should condemn them, because I can give you pictures upon pictures that they will put somebody in blindfold and put their head on the chopping board and say Allahu Akbar and cut their hair off, and that is wrong. And if we see that man, look what he get on his head, and look how he hold the collar chapia in his head. And he said, God is great. God will not be great if you want to do that. It's like a jihadist state. And I think it's wrong.
Stanton, I have said that in the mosque, we do say Allahu Akbar. And
that in the mosque, when you pray, you say that no problem.
It is like basically because like those individuals have collect in their hands and they're saying Allahu Akbar. That is where your problem is. But I'm saying that
I mean, it's making me scared. It's making me scared. I know the reason why he don't want to be taken off the land, but it's making me scared. Let me bring in Gibson. Let me bring the other guys. Maybe they want to weigh in.
Nobody is responsible for your fear. Like nobody's responsible for your fear.
You're making a country to be a fearful country. If somebody can have Mandela coming on, and let's watch it again, and let's see. I agree with you. You are fighting for your property, but hold on 1 minute, Sekou. Sekou, hold on 1 minute. Gibson, what you seeing over there, Gibson? What you seeing?
First of all, somebody just called me to interpret what the guy was saying. So I will put it in the code of Sekou. Sekou, what did he say before he said Allah Akbar?
Well, probably that part needs to be replayed because
let me replay.
Yeah, what you say? What did he say on that?
Okay, so you already said that you have someone who interpreted to you. Why don't you tell the public?
No, you tell us, Sekou.
No, you tell us.
You tell us.
So listen, he is the one who is interested in that part. So it's very he can tell the public.
The man said they said they will kill people. Is that true? No, let me make it simple. The man said they will kill anybody. Is that true?
Well, that's not true.
What the man said?
Well, you got it wrong. It's not true.
So what is the right one?
So you have to ask the person to properly interpret that.
Well, man, we're asking you. You on the show. Just answer us.
But that is issue. The guy said we are going to protect Islam. That's what he said. They want to break down the mosque. All right. So we're going to defend him. That is basically simply what he's saying. He's not saying anything bad.
He didn't say you will kill people.
No.
Okay. So my thing is that let me say this.
Okay.
Am I saying capture that? Let me bring you in, Emmanuel Gongwe.
I want to make my comment.
Go ahead, Gibson. Go ahead.
Let me just say this. This is why when some people do things while I talk, then they carry it to tribalism. And I will always be Gibson. I will always say what I want to say. I don't care how anybody brand me. These people who do this kind of thing, they are not Liberian Mandingos. From the time I was born, my father's best friend is a Mandingo man. They used to be in cocoa business. That man used to be, I used to go with the man. My father sent me to Islamic school. It's just I was scared of the beating. I ran away. Mandingos in Liberia have been peaceful. Despite what happened during the war. They are always been people from other countries who come here, other Mandingo who come here and mix with the Liberian Mandingo. They are the ones that have those criminal ideas. The man say you attack anybody, kill anybody. He said the man says so.
Brother, you are lying. You're not saying the truth. See, this is how you carry misinformation.
All right, but wait, Sekou, now wait, Sekou, you are not, Sekou, we'll meet you small. Let's give everybody a chance to speak.
So what I want to say here, your land issue is very important. Your land issue is very important. Land issue in Monrovia is a very, very serious matter. I'm so sorry that the Supreme Court has ruled against you. You have an option to go to the ECOWAS court. In Liberia, ECOWAS court ruling has always been flat. I hope in your case, you will have justice. And when the ECOWAS court rule in your favor, you will be able to get justice. The other thing I want to say is people lose cases when their lawyer fail to provide the evidence to prove their case. There's no truth in law. And that's why our people don't know. There's no truth in law. Everything in law is about facts. So everybody know you own that land. Your father has been living there for hundreds of years. But if you don't have facts to prove it, evidence to prove it, the court usually rule against you. And this is the sad part of the adjudication of cases in Liberia, especially land. I almost lost my land too.
Thank you, Gibson. Thank you, guys. We have Sekou Kamara. Let's share the show. Let's hear from everybody. We are not beating on Sekou. I pray that his land business go smoothly, but we are here talking about the action from some individuals that own the land. When I watched that thing, I had a bad dream. When I saw that thing, right, I had like a plane crash. That a dream I had, a black plane crash. I was scared. It was just coming back to me, Emmanuel, over and over, right? We've been here in America and we saw and we have seen and we still seeing what happened when somebody used that word in violence with gun and machete in their hands. And all they say is Allah Akbar. Say that in the mosque, we respect it. We can go in the mosque, we can go in the church and say God is great. But there's a reason why. There's a notion behind that thing. When you open weapon in your hands and you say Allah Akbar, two things happen. You're either ready to die as a martyr or you're ready to destroy somebody's life. We got to stop it. We shouldn't turn Liberia into a jihadist state. We shouldn't turn Liberia into a terrorist state. And that thing is a bad imagination. Not for us alone, for the less fortunate that may come thereafter. And the only option is to say Allah Akbar with colossus in the hand. We should condemn it, and our leaders should condemn it. But that is wrong, Emmanuel. Now let's hear you, my brother Gongwe.
Well, CEO, I think the image, the way in which the guy dressed up, executing his message, I think it was very, very horrible from what I just watched. The way he carried the net and all of that. Brother Sekou, I pity your situation. I feel your pain. Myself, I lost about 2 different land cases. I know how you feel, especially so when you know you own the property, but you don't have the substantial document to prove that you own the property. So I pity your situation. Going forward, we need to begin now to respect the court ruling, the court decision. I don't think we need to start challenging, the Supreme Court ruling. You can express your dissatisfactions at some point with the Supreme Court ruling because they are not God. They are not people of any form of purity. They are human. They can be corrupted. They can be manipulated politically. They can be subjected to certain, a protocol. I think so. I am one of the person who believe we do not have a corrupt-free judiciary. I strongly believe that the Supreme Court we have over the years has always been a toothless, Supreme Court. They've been controlled by political power. So I can understand your position. However, if you have people on the field trying to portray, defend, for the property that you own, I think it is much more important to talk to them. I myself did similar thing before, and Ibi Kruman was one or two. My property was taken, and I have to call Ibi Kruman and say, look, tonight I'm going to die. And if anybody step on that property, I'm going to die. And I went there with call-license, with people. But at the end of the day, I regretted the situation. So based on my experience, I can say to you, it's painful knowing that you're losing your property. It hurts a lot. But do not encourage violence. Whoever on that property that want to stage any form of violence should be condemned. You have taken a recourse to go to ECOWAS. I know that the people at ECOWAS will come up with decisions, and in Liberia, that decision would not be respected. You saw, for example, Nesse Bido case with George Weah administration. ECOWAS ruled in her favor. She came back to Liberia. Her benefit could not be paid. Our mother passed because she could not have a benefit from the Weah administration. So I know the ECOWAS court has never been respected in Liberia. So I pity your condition. But together, my brother, together, we own Liberia. We own Liberia as a corporate entity. We should not, in any given form, support violence in Liberia. So for me, I condemn the way in which the guy presented himself.
Thank you very much. I said, let's say we'll go to Representative Nathan. We got a lot of big story coming up, and then we'll give the last word to our brother Sekou Kamara to close up. Sekou, we do respect you, but we got to push on certain behavior, and trust me, folks are listening.
Can I get to the second also on the two?
Yeah, Kev, you will speak. You will speak. I said, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. We're talking about land issue. I don't know what Nesse Bido code issue got to do with it, but Sekou, nice talking to you, and I listen to you. You sound very eloquent, and I want to be very clear to my question, and I take responsibility of anything that I ask. Let me first start up, Sekou, by saying I don't understand Muslim or Manigo language. I don't know what was being said. I'm only listening to what people are saying. But if anyone is threatening violence in any form or shape, we want to condemn that. That should have no place in our country. Whatever was said, like you are interpreting, hopefully it is. But if it is anything other than that threat of violence of any kind of shape, we want to condemn it, and that should be anywhere in our country, no matter the situation. But Sekou, I want us to go back a little bit. My own concern happens to do with government's own intervention into this situation. Government should always be there on the side of the people. There are times decisions come about. Once the decision affects negatively majority, government steps in to help the situation. That's my concern. Few months or years back during the campaign, President Boakai, who is the current president now, who anyone who have thought who play a part into calming the situation, I don't know, was in Lofa County in a church, his mother's church. And he thanked the Christians worshiping there for being the ones responsible that the Muslim religion was not expanding. According to him, he thanked them for ensuring that he stopped Muslims from practicing their religion, from expanding their religion. And I felt offended by that because even my chief of staff in my office was a Muslim, was a Mandingo, and I didn't think that a person wanting to be president should be thanking anyone for stopping the practice of a religion from any group. Now, since President Bouaka is president, and we know of the record of him thanking people for stopping Muslims from practicing their religion, what intervention has the government made that you know of? Like, what did they do? What part did they play? Have they come in? Have they said anything? We know it's code issue, but the government should be able to step in for their people.
Okay. As you do, thank you so much, and I think that was really beautiful. But first, I mean, you talk a lot about Muslims and Islam, and honestly, I want to make something very clear here. The purpose of me being here, honestly, it is not about being a Muslim or Madingo thing. This is about justice. You understand that? It's about letting the Liberian people know how things happens in the background, how like ordinary people are being like victimized, things like that. But like when it comes to like Islamic war, that I'm not here to say anything about that. To be honest, I'm only here for justice. So, and I respect your opinions about President Joseph Bouaka, with all that. And I have not seen so far like any intervention, to be honest. And all I see so far is the violations of due process, and so the forceful means of taking over our property. So I don't want to go in depth of any religious matter. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Representative Nathan, can we hear you have any word for Sekou?
How's everyone's coming out to my fellow Liberians? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. So to my fellow panelists, thank you for the show. And I just have a few words for Brother Kamara. Sekou, you just alluded to your purpose of you coming on the show, and which was like you clearly articulated that. Your purpose of you coming on this show is about it's about justice, and it's about justice based on the land dispute that's going on between you and your family and the Keita family.
Yeah.
So based on your premise, I would just go along with your premise, right? So since it's about justice, and we know, if you notice that this justice that we always talk about, sometimes it's good for us, sometimes it work for us, and sometimes it work against us. And we have to respect that. We have to respect that process. I think one of the panelists said that, maybe your family was there for a while, but at the end of the day, you guys went through all of the entire process, right? From I bet from the lower court to the upper court to the upper court, and now you went to the Supreme Court. At the end of the day, I know it's a difficult decision to accept. We can criticize it. You don't have to agree with it, but you have to accept that. That the Supreme Court has made its final decision about the land dispute. It's a bitter pill to swallow. Take that, please, and speak with your countrymen, your fellow your fellow brothers and your family member in the red light area, to calm down, to calm the violence down. And this land dispute is not only based on just because you're a Mandingo or so. I think through our country, I think Emmanuel Gonkwa just said the same thing. I think throughout our country in Liberia, this whole land dispute issue. I'm just here just to give a few words to say, look, at this time, we all, not just you, and justice in our country, we should respect that. You might disagree, but we should respect that, because if we're going to follow the rule of law, the only thing that will help our country to develop and move forward is for us all to accept, respect the rule of law in our country. That's why we might disagree with it sometimes, but we have to respect and follow if our country is going to be very progressive and give education, healthcare, and everything else to our citizens what we need in our country. So there's just an overall summary I just want to give you moving forward, Brother Sekou, because the Supreme Court have ruled. I know it's a bitter pill to swallow. They have ruled, but this time just accept that, right? You might disagree. You don't have to agree, but you have to accept that and just move forward. Because all of these things, people say it could bring violence. And when violence comes in one community of our country, that violence can spread easily to the next community and the next community, and we know what's happened next. And there's one thing we do not want in our country anymore moving forward, after where we have come from, and we're still struggling to build up where we came from. That's all I have to say to you, Brother Sekou. And thank you.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Sekou. Go ahead, Sekou.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Representative. I think that was a beautiful presentation. And like I said, justice is the best way forward. But you know, when justice is not properly done, it always causes chaos. We've seen this in many places. You understand that? This is why when we put people in charge, they want to ensure they are doing the right thing. So we have we have a lot of vulnerable Liberians that have been victims of injustices. You understand? So we cannot encourage that. You understand that? That's not something we can encourage in this country. This is why each and every one of us, right, must come out and speak against injustices. And that is the reason we are here. So no one is going to engage in any violence. I mean, I can only do my part. I like to follow the legal process, and that is the path that I'm on. You understand? But again, if those who are in charge of implementing the rules and regulations, if they violate that, that will always create chaos in the country. This is why we must always be careful in what we do and the decision that we make, because I mean, it has the propensity to steer our country into something like unwanted. So, thank you.
Again, we want to say.
Can I ask you one small question?
We gotta go. We got to go.
I beg you, brother. I beg you. I know every day I'm not here, so when I cancel now, I want to push my button. Look, Brother Sekou, can you give us one or two things that you observed during the entire trial? Because the case is over, you can discuss it. One or two things during the trial that you believe the court is in error about.
Yes, because the entire process was based on misrepresentation and fraud. That's what we are talking about here. You understand that? It is let's say, for example, it's a misrepresentation. The deed that Keita is presenting for different property. You understand that? And he's claiming like our property using that. So you see, and the court support that. And guess what? You have the Liberian Land Authority that aided and abetted in that process. So an institution that's supposed to be of high integrity is like working with a third party to defraud an ordinary citizen. That is what happened. So my
did they bring in court-sponsored surveyor? Like in my case, they brought in a court-sponsored surveyor to go to the land and make sure that a land commission or document is conformity with the deed. Did they bring the court-sponsored surveyor to go on the land?
We got to go, Brother Gabe. Say what we're going to do for Sekou. If you're available, right? Like the situation is over now, and if your lawyer want to come with you, we can give you Wednesday. You come back Wednesday, free. If you have the time, we will discuss this thing, because it's not only about your land, but so many situations in the country people face with this land issue. If you are available and your lawyer available, we'll say you guys can come back Wednesday. We can have a whole show on this again. But we already got to go for now.
So can I?
Stanton, I don't think that is I don't think that's the best way of doing things, because like you should know that I pay for this show, all right, I pay to be here in the first place. First, you started, all right, with something to make the entire, all right, to make us appear very poor, all right, like to the Liberian people. That is what he did, and now you want to cut off the show simply. And
because I don't know your arrangement with the station, so maybe if you pay for,
but still bring us in.
But honestly, I don't just think that was right, because the introduction of the show was very poor. That is not what I'm here for. All right, I was here to tell.
Sekou Kamara. If you have any arrangement with the network that you come on the show to talk about this case, the highest most time they will give you that 1 hour. They will not give you the whole show. Okay? If you think you came on the show and you are coming for us to give you a chance to talk, for us to ask you a question, then go by and watch the show again. The videos from that situation at Grayler was very bad. And I needed to ask you. So if that make you vex, my brother, that mean, and not because you pay for a show so much can sit down and just listen to you.
Stanton, I'm not bad, all right?
No, but your people were saying, Allah Akbar, they had complexes in the head. It was wrong. So because you pay for a show, but simple way now. Simple way. Simple my brother. Wait 1 minute.
No, I'm saying to you. You have to understand that.
Simple way now. Simple way. Because you pay to come on Spoon Talk and talk about this situation, it means that when I ask you a question,
no, you can ask me a question.
And that's what we did. So I want to offer you another time to come on. If you don't want it, that's fine. I'm not charging you. Yes. If you pay anything to the station in Liberia, you want the money back, I can beg them and tell them, so whatever you pay them, I'll give it back to you. But my job here, is to be fair. But listen now, my job here is to be fair and ask you the question according and not to do PR for you. I don't do PR for people. And I think whosoever hold our corners in your hand, let we play the thing again and say, Allah Akbar. You should go and condemn them. Because we will not turn our country into a jihadist country because you pay the government school. And that's wrong.
Kana love jamo badula.
Africa Silama le Madoya. Africa Faga was Silama Abelo. Masilama Kerelela. Mrs. Chetek Manamanali.
Hey, I like a Afriba.
I didn't come here for this. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you didn't come here for this, but this is bad internationally. This is wrong.
Internationally.
My brother, go and condemn the people. I will not take it. If it made you bad, I'm sorry, brother. But you came on this show to talk about your land issue. We finished talking. Yeah, Seku. We finished talking about the land issue. The land issue fitting. Okay? You say you're going to ECOWAS code. Seku, you say you're going to ECOWAS code, you go to ECOWAS code. But let's condemn the people that say, those people that are your people. Those people there, they are representing you. Those are the people that say they don't want to leave the land. I pray for you that somebody might interview on your behalf. But you came on this show for us to speak about that clip, and that clip was wrong. Under this government, we will not tolerate terroristic behavior. And that's a terroristic behavior. That was jihadist behavior, and that's wrong. So if you want to come out with your lawyer, we'll give you free time. I will beg the network. You don't take money from me, you'll come back. My man, I beg you back. We got to go back.
No, you got to stop that. I think, honestly, this was disrespectful to me, to be honest. And I don't think you should do this one. You shouldn't have just let me come here. You understand that?
So how do you want me to do it?
No, Stanton, because I came here to reveal the truth, all right? What I have, and I send everything to you. That is the reason I'm here. Do you understand?
Yeah,
that?
but the video we got
the videos. No, Stanton, you could have shown these things.
So you don't want me to play the video?
No, Stanton, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have played the video, all right?
So if you don't, if you're not saying I should play the video, let me play the video one more time. Let the people decide.
Kana love jamo badula.
Africa Silama le Madoya. Africa Faga was Silama Abelo. Masilama Kerelela. Mrs. Chetek Manamanali.
Hey, I like a Afriba.
People come with colors in the hand and saying Tama. People come with colors in the hand and saying Kana. Allah Akbar. We don't know what's that. But Seku, my man. Seku, it's good having you. Seku, it's good having you on the show. We look forward to seeing you again. If you want to come back, if you're not coming back that far, but we're so happy that you came here to tell your own, my man. And we look forward listen, if anybody charge you money, I will tell them to get your money back. Just let me know. I will tell them to get you the money back. You have a free time on the show. I beg you, my man. But it's good having you, brother. Let's talk again later. My man, we have to go. We got the PAP people coming up. We got to do this show. Listen, you will not come to me, Tama, to do PR when you are presenting a negative image for our country. I will not take it. If you come to me, for us to talk, Liberia is first. If the court take your land from you, I'm sorry the court take your land from you. Let me remain law abiding. It's not going back. But when the people get currency in their hand and say kana awagwagba, It's disturbing to me. We are turning our country into a jihadist state. We should stop it. The man get call in here and say kana. What do you mean by kana? What do you mean by awagba? And the man saying that when kill somebody, it's wrong. We all should condemn this. We shouldn't do this. I pray that he got legal advice and they help him with the land. But I'm not going to bring somebody that will say kana, then he got something in your head. That's wrong. Tell me, let's hear you. We got to move on. Thank God we for joining us.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Kev, let me get it. Yeah, thank you. Look, let me just speak briefly on the land issue. First of all, any acts of violence or brandishing of cutlasses or machetes, whatever it is wrong under our law. It creates a situation that shows that a group of people can use a dispute going on between two families to make it look like against them and the state. That's a wrong message. Secondly, as a law-abiding citizen of any country, if the highest court of the land rule against you, you may not like the ruling. There are your options there. You can go to ECOWAS court, but to say you're not going to agree on the ruling of the Supreme Court, that shows that you are also not law-abiding, that you are lawless. Let me talk on the land issue, one point on the land issue. You see today across Liberia, 3 out of 5, if not more, of land ownership result in court cases. The coast dockets have been overwhelmed with land cases, and there are people who are actually taking advantage. I think the land issues across Liberia, and especially Montserrat County, Stanton CEO, needs to be given, the urgency that it needs, because this is not a serious matter. Every community, if I ask all of you guys on the show here, if you are in Liberia or you have recently been in Liberia and you have acquired land, you don't have experienced it personally or someone you know have experienced it. Liberia needs to transform and leave.
We'll come back to that. We got people in the bag. I beg you to come back. Okay. I know you get law in this transformation and land idea. We'll come back to you.
I do. And I have personal experiences. I'd like to share.
Thank you, and we'll play your video when the poor were eating. We'll play that video.
Go sit down in church, man. Who sit in church?
Yeah, hurry up now. We gotta go. We got people in the back, brother.
What I would say is that it's good for Lieutenant Kamara because he sold our people to a unity party. And what happening today? I wish the Banigo people can go back to him and tell him that what he did towards our people. By selling our people to the Unity Party.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We want to say thanks to all of you for joining us. Wow, it's good to see Winfred Russell here. Emmanuel G.K. George, the doctor, it's good to see you. The incoming congressman from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, Winfred Russell. Our sympathy to you, brother, by the way. We heard that you lost a family member. We wish you Godspeed, brother Russell. Again, our sympathy to you and the family. Representative Nathan Bia is here, Jerome Gibson is here, Emmanuel Gungwe from EFFL is here, as well as Do and Kev Hassan with our brother Tambai Agelas. We're going to bring in the PAP political leader, Ahmed Salif. Ahmed Salif, he is the chairman for the PAP political party. We'll bring him on shortly, but let me give time to my brother Russell and that of Emmanuel George. Brother Russell, I usually don't do this, right? But that video having a bad taste. And that's why I went after that video, right? We should condemn this. I mean, the land issue, the Supreme Court rule, they're going to ECOWAS. I know they will do that, which is right. But for us to sit there and see the attitude of a jihadist operation in our country, that behavior, we should condemn it. To me, and that's why I took the stand I took, Brother Russell. Let me hear you. We'll go to Dr. George.
Yeah, I mean, thanks to you all, and thanks again, Stanton. My friend and brother, Representative Bia, great seeing you on here. Always always an honor being together with you, whether we're on the same platform or breathing the same air and all of that. It's always a wonderful time being in your space, being around you. So great seeing you. And to all of our listeners and viewers, I'd like to say hello to you and thanks for tuning in and watching us here this evening. Yeah, I saw the video, watched the video. It is disturbing, but I think the main thing is that we have to respect the rule of law. And if the law is saying that, especially if you've gone through the process and the courts are saying, this is what the decision is, we as citizens, and if we want to keep respecting and building on our democracy, then we must respect that. As difficult as it may be, as hard as it may be for us to hear or don't want to. I mean, it's your right to disagree, but you have to respect the process. And so but I will say that it is alarming hearing that Stanton. It's true, but not all the time. But people are saying that I know it brings up these terrible memories and all of that, but not every time people saying Allahu Akbar, it doesn't mean that automatically they were terrorists. I mean, I understand the concern and all of that, but I think for me, the critical piece here is the respect of the rule of law. So if the courts are what we have the courts therefore to adjudicate these things, and if they have adjudicated it, it's gone through the process. You may disagree, you may dislike what they're saying, but you have to respect what the court says. That's the only way we're going to maintain this democracy and strengthen this democracy too as well. Thank you.
Well, also, thank you very much. Dr. Josh?
Yeah, the land issue is a serious issue in our country. And it's good to know that in this particular case, the court has rendered a verdict on it, and hopefully the parties will respect it. But I think that we have the Land Commission. I think we have to do serious work about this issue, especially the land on the Raofi Highway. I don't advise people to purchase land from anybody on the Raofi Highway. It continues to be a serious issue of contention. So it's something that we need to look deeper in, and it's a serious issue in our country. And thank God that in this case, the Supreme Court have rendered a verdict, and I think we should respect the court. I agree with everyone here on the panel. We don't have to go with machete or cutlasses or to hurt each other because of a piece of land. It's very traumatizing when those things take place. I've experienced it before, and I don't look forward to anybody experiencing purchasing a piece of land and there's a lot of fight because of that piece of land. But again, the land commissioner, they know they have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of land issue in Liberia, and we need to tighten that system because, as someone said a couple of years ago, that may be the next crisis that we have to face in Liberia.
But thank you very much, guys. We're gonna do this. I mean, we'll give a few more minutes. Emmanuel Gongwe, let me go ahead and talk to you, Emmanuel. I heard over the grapevine, that you, Emmanuel Gongwe, and the EFL have resolved not to support Unity Party in the 2029 election off the bat. Talk to us. Is that true? What's your party position now? But you're thinking about 2029, you are not supporting Unity Party. Why?
Well, CEO, I don't know who you getting all of your information from. We are a political party. We make decisions internally. I know that there are concerns from party executive. I know there are concerns from members of the party. I know that we have issue of ill treatments within the alliance. I know that there are issues within the alliance, but we have not made a definitive decisions. We are negotiating and having diplomatic discussions with members of the alliance to see if those issues that we have can be addressed. But obviously, nothing is off the top. Because of the ongoing disagreement that our leadership is currently having with the approaches of the alliance. we're still giving the Unity Party, some time to have a conversation. But I can admit to you tonight that we are having serious concerns, and our party feels deeply disrespected.
Are you still with the Unity Party? Are you still connected to the Unity Party? Are you supporting the Unity Party as of today?
Well, we still we are still a member of the Unity Party Alliance. We have not officially withdrawn our support from the Unity Party Alliance. So of course we are members. I'm just saying to you that I can confirm.
You categorically deny that your EFL will not leave Unity Party 2029, because from a reliable source, a very, very reliable source, one of your closest confidants that work under you, know you very well, said you guys have made the decision. No, I'm serious. I can call his name if you want me to, but I don't think it will be good. That you guys have made the decision not to support Unity Party 2029. Can you just upright tell us whether it's true or not?
CEO, we are a radical political organization with internal structures. You can say to you, the way we make our decision is far different from the way other political party makes decision. Yes, I can confirm that there are disagreements. I can confirm that there are issues. I can confirm to you that we are deeply concerned about governance. We are deeply concerned about promises made to the economic freedom fighters of Liberia. We are deeply concerned about just much more, that is going on. But again, we are reaching out to the Unity Party Alliance. We are exerting our effort to make sure that we resolve some of our concerns. But I can say this to you. The only way we can withdraw from the Unity Party Alliance is when we go to the National People's Assembly. We have to bring together all of the country leadership of our party. We have to make that decision holistically. It is not a decision that the Central Revolutionary Council, which is the higher decision-making body of a party, can sit in Monrovia to make. We have country structure that should be part. So we should have made that decision this year as to whether we're going to continue with the Unity Party Alliance. But because we never completed, the internal procedure of our party, making sure that, we reach out to all 73 electoral districts. We are making sure that we reach out to all
Is leaving Unity Party means that you're going to support CDC or other opposition party?
Listen, if we in the Unity Party Alliance don't get along, we can't solve our problem. We continue to raise issue with them. Just a few days ago, I was on the phone with the Inter-Party, Colleen O'Cray. I was on the phone with her. So if we cannot solve our problem and we leave tomorrow.
You're saying what? Because I wanted to make that my third question after the guy come in. What did you tell? What did she tell you?
I'm saying to you, we have issue and we are reaching out.
What was the main issue you discussed with Colleen O'Cray?
No. Those are internal matters that we don't need to bring to the public glare for now. We are having internal discussion.
Am I correct? I was told I have not been addressed. Your issue that you discussed with her have not been addressed holistically. Am I correct?
Whether they address our issue now or later, one thing I can say is that we are a very mature, radical political organization. We are reaching out. We are having dialogue. We were on the phone the other day with the pro tem. We were on the phone with Senator DeLong. We are reaching out to just almost everybody and letting them know about our concern. Now, if we decide to back off because people are not listening to us, the CDC will not be the option. We are not good. Look, anybody who think that EFL back off on the Unity Party Alliance and CDC is the option, that person is having bad dreams. We are not going to support CDC. I'm aware of many other political discussions going on. There could be a potential coalition of the willing. There could be a potential coalition of the willing that basically would not be a coalition that supports CDC. The injury that CDC inflicted on the country, the scars are still on the wall. Nobody in the right mind will support George Weah coming back to power. Nobody in the right mind will support George Weah. So if we have our issue with CDC, with Unity Party and cannot be resolved, and we leave, the CDC is not a destination of the economic freedom fighters of Liberia. We remove them from power. We proudly supported the Unity Party to remove the CDC from power. We will do that for the second time. We will do that for the fourth time. We do not see the CDC with the current configuration, and especially so with George Weah being the leader of the CDC, we do not see them coming back to do anything new. So we cannot support them. So if we leave the Unity Party, if the Unity Party refuses to listen to us, if President Bouaga refuses to listen to us, if the Vice President refuses to listen to us, if all of them turn their back and say, look, what the EFFL is saying means nothing. We do not want to listen to them. We do not want their support. Trust me, the destination will not be CDC.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is very powerful. We'll be bringing in Ahmed Salib because this is what we're talking about now. Let's get into this, Brother Gibson. CDC is not an option here. Understanding that Emmanuel Gongoe, the leader of the EFFL, the commanding general, the people's sergeant, saying CDC will never be an option, even if it is not Unity Party. But I am afraid we got issue with Unity Party, but saying CDC is not an option, listen to him. The wedding. He says something about the wedding. He says something about the wedding. Can you say that again, Emmanuel? You said something about the wedding. Can you say that, Emmanuel?
I said there could be a potential rise of the coalition of the willing.
And I leave it right there. The coalition of the willing. Take it away, but they will not support CDC, though. A lot of people say Emmanuel Gongoe is right.
Stanton, I don't know the Susu Club called EFF can make any impact on the Liberian political scene.
I'm calling them Susu Club?
Yeah, Susu Club. I know their office right there, back route. They cannot be kind of going the 73 electoral districts in Liberia.
Get people.
Why you can't get picked up? That's a fact. I follow them. I wanted to even join them. But I realized that they are only a Susu Club. They have their office right in the back road. And let me just tell you, Emmanuel Gongoe, this is your statement today is a referendum on Joseph Boakai. Your statement today is a referendum on Joseph Boakai. And Joseph Boakai and George Weah side by side. George Weah is a better leader. And I'll give you reasons. Policies that George Weah introduced are the policies Joseph Boakai is running on. George Weah introduced harmonization. They cost George Weah, you say it was wrong. The same harmonization. I know you're still receiving your $1,900. Harmonization. They cost George Weah for harmonization. You insulted him in the street. And what are you guys doing now? You're using the same harmonization. You're not able to change it. You speaking today, you are insulting George Weah today freely because George Weah passed a law that forbade anybody coming towards you to arrest you. That's like Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai is a law, a violator in chief. He is the worst leader Liberia will recall after his term.
So yes, I know you are mad, Gabe. Say let move on. You are mad because he's saying the option is not CDC. We understand that, right? We can take that to the bank. I'm not the empty bank that Akaris will left out there, right? What's for Russell? You're hearing this, my brother Russell. Let us get to it before bringing Representative Nathan back. Emmanuel Gongoe is not adding anything. He said, even if it is not Unity Party, the option is not.
Accuse me of being sedition now?
You are sedition. Russell, go ahead.
Thank you. I think, like we all have said on this show over and over again, there will obviously be a third lane, and everybody is jockeying for position, trying to create a space for themselves, for their party, and I think this time now, unlike the last time, people, the voters, are looking at these different parties and these different party leaders and asking them, what are you going to do differently? How will my life change when you become a leader of the country? They have to be able to articulate those positions. They have to be able to tell people now, this is not like what happened before where, they will pull these large crowds and, tell people, because at the time, a lot of folks are focused on trying to get rid of George Weah. They said, they were focused on trying to get rid of George Weah. So, okay, they've done that now. Now we have a government in place that they say is not performing optimally. So those who are pushing and angling to move him, they have to come with a really good, solid message that resonates with the people. How are their lives different now, than before? They have to be able to articulate that. So, I mean, what Emmanuel is saying, I'm sure what my brother, Ahmed is going to say, they'll have to be able to tell us in clear terms, how are they going to be different from all of these other parties, including especially these two big parties, the Unity Party and the CDC.
Is that something scaring you? I mean, did you read about EFF? I'm surprised that Gibson saying they are Susan Clark. These are the guys that shook Grand Jada, that shook Lofa and that of Nimba. When this very same CDC were trying to play game and take plane to Grand Jada and try to, these are the guys that stood up and said, no, you will not make it. These guys, they are warriors. They know the terrain. And they brought this victory with the help of so many Liberians that Joseph Boakai is a president today. There are no Susan Clark. So, but to say that, listen, we are mad with the government right now, that's one point. But to say, even if we would not support CDC, I think, Brother Litton, let us say you before we bring Asido in. We welcome Ahmed Salib. He's from the PAP. He's the party chairman from Sir Joseph Party. We don't know Sir Joseph's position right now. He said if Joseph Boakai run, he's not running. So I don't even know what Brother Ahmed Salib here for. If he says Joseph Boakai run, you're not running, then just forget it. There's no argument. But my brother, my part, Ahmed Salib will bring you in shortly. It's good to see you. Right. Let's hear you.
The EFF got 217 members. Where they go?
Okay. All right, hold on 1 minute. Let's hear Brother Nathan. Brother Nathan, let's hear you. We'll go to our brother Isaac though.
I mean, Gonkwet have already articulated his stand on 2029. It's a clear and present danger right there.
Wow.
Clear the cut. He articulated this very well. He said 2029 CDC is not an option for them. And we're talking about 4 years from now. He already made a decision. So there is nothing else I can add on that piece with Emmanuel and his followers, because the decision has been made. 4 years from now, decision has been made already. They're very crystal clear about this decision. I'm assuming by this time, what his statement that was just made. So he should have, or he have enough evidence of before coming up with this very firm statement. And there's nothing much I can add on Emmanuel stand and his group and his group stand.
Thank you, Rob. I say let's hear you on Gongwe.
Yeah, my brother Gongwe, nice seeing you and talking to you officially again. We respect and appreciate your decision to support whoever you want to support. But let's go down the route a little bit. Few things you of all persons had disagreed with the CDC and spoke of. When Shalom Musu, the late daughter of the former Chief Justice Gloria Musu, passed away, you were all around the place accusing Jefferson Koji. You support United Party. Up to today, Jefferson Koji is not in jail. You are a failure. The second thing, you are one of those people that accused George Weah of killing 3 missing boys. You supported United Party. United Party is in power now. Nobody is in jail for 3 missing boys. You are a joke. You talk about auditors. You said Joe Weah government kill auditors. The government you supported is now in power. Nobody is in jail for killing auditor. You talk about 16 billion. Today, nobody is in jail for 16 billion. And also you said Nathaniel McGill was the one who owned East International. East International is still doing business with the government you support. All of these things only show that you got no direction. You are just a failure and a joker. But I want to ask you this question. When Stanton asked you if the EFL has withdrawn from the United Party, you said you cannot say explicitly yes, because such decision is dependent upon what you call the People's Congress, the People's Convention, whatever you call it, there where such decision is made, according to you. In no time on the show, you are definitely telling us now that the EFL will not support a CDC. Are you a dictator?
So, Isaac, I listened to you counting the death of Olator, talking about 16 billion, talking about corruption. Yes, we are unapologetic about some of the stand we took against the George Weah administration. We strongly believe that George Weah did not do well leading the people of Liberia. We strongly believe that there were issues that needed to be addressed that he failed as a president to address. And those are some of the reasons why we are having issue with the Unity Party. But now we have taught that people who serve the CDC administration that created so much injury on the country, that looted the country, but now they would have been beyond bad. Today, those who we accuse of corruption, they are still roaming the street and going to party headquarters and chanting battle cry. We are disappointed as the political institutions because we campaign so heavily on prosecuting former government officials. Today, no single government official is beyond bad. We have an issue with that. So you are right, Isaac. If we have had former government official beyond bar, you wouldn't have been asking me the question you're asking me tonight. But you are right. You are right. Not just being disappointed and the EFF disappointed. There are many Liberians that are disappointed because former government officials who looted the country are not beyond bar. Today, the CDC can sit on Spoon. You can sit on all the radio stations and talk and boast about performing because you do not have people beyond bar. So you are right, Isaac. The other issue about coming on the radio to say we are not going to support CDC. Isaac, I told you we internalize our decisions. Our decisions are internalized. We have made a decision. We have made a decision that CDC is not the directions. Until the National People's Assembly comes and say, look, CDC is a decision, I will communicate the decision of a party. As of now, 4 years from now, we are saying to you the CDC is not a decision. The CDC is not an option. The party has made a decision and it is crystal clear. Regarding our relationship with Unity Party,
yeah, you are not.
Isaac,
Isaac, let me finish. You say you want
Isaac,
to come back to give the chair.
I'm saying to you, if you want to categorize my statement tonight as being dictator, it is up to you. You can decide. But I'm saying to you, we make a decision based on internal policy. The current internal policy say that we should not support CDC, and CDC is not an option. That CDC created so much injury, damaged the country international reputation, looted the country so well. So we cannot support CDC. That's an internal decision. That's an internal decision.
So thank you very much. Emmanuel, thank you very much. So just to get you clear, you have not made a decision as to whether you're leaving Unity Party yet, but you guys have made a decision that CDC is not an option in the conversation. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I'll say real quick. I got to bring in time out real quick.
Yeah, very well. I think you are very much confusing yourself. I will ask you slow down a little bit, reflect on things you are saying. You will laugh. So you have not had your people's congress.
From your minute.
You have not had your people's congress. It is at that people's congress where you take decisions that affect your so-called policy for your organization. I don't know if it's a political party, but for your organization. You have not had that congress yet. Somehow you have
How do you know?
Well, you just told us that because you have not had a congress, that's why you cannot say if you withdrew from the United Party. That's
okay,
what I said.
So let me take a quick run. Let me leave that and then I say, let me leave that. Tama come in.
Do you know what is internal decision? Do you know what is internal decision?
Emmanuel, 1 minute, I beg you. Tama, come in quick.
Thank you, CEO, Comrade Emmanuel Gonge. It's a pleasure to see you. Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
I'm just going to talk about the party ideology, Emmanuel. EFFL pride itself as a communist or aspiring communist party. Can you tell us today, and for the listening audience, what your party is, and whether it is a communist party?
We are a socialist political organization.
Socialist political organization. Is it the same as being communist? And do you aspire to the same doctrines as Cuba and other communist states?
Tamba, there's a little bit of difference between communism and socialism.
Go on. Please elaborate.
So while it is true we have similarities in ideas, you cannot outrightly say those who subscribe to socialism are communists.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you
one
very
more
much.
question. Let me take one more question, please.
Emmanuel George, real quick. We got to talk to Ahmed. I beg you, Chief. You want to know about communists and socialists? We'll give you to the man from, what was the state he from? Bernie Sanders, right? He's the master of the socialist movement here. Emmanuel George, he got a book out there already that will better explain socialism. Emmanuel George, let's hear you. Now listen to Emmanuel Gongwe. What say you?
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Gongwe and fellow panelists. On the 22nd of June this year, you issue a stern warning to the United Party. In fact, you are quoted of saying a sleeping lion is not a dead lion. Are you still living up to that warning that you issued to the Unity Party?
So I'm clear on the show tonight. I said we are having issues, and because we are having issues, so I issued a statement at our headquarters, and somebody said we are 200, and then you can see the headquarters when we had an event where we were commissioning our district leaders. So somebody will say we are just 200 persons. You can see that event, and across the district, across Maserati. And I think I sent some pictures.
Yes or no question. Are you still ahead into that?
I want to just respond to somebody who said we are 200 people. We still have an issue. I repeat, a sleeping lion is not a dead lion. A sleeping lion is not a dead lion. We are having issues, and I can confirm that. And I'm not afraid to say that we are having issues. But we are talking to the stakeholders within the Unity Party Alliance. We are trying our best to see how we resolve our issue. If our issue is not resolved, I mean, political marriages are not perpetual. If we resolve to leave, we will go to the National People Assembly.
Okay,
we will invite all of the
Let me put my
leaders.
second question so that I got a yes answer from you. So do you still believe that the Unity Party is failing the Liberian people? Do you still believe that the government is disconnected from the Liberian people? Is that still your opinion as of today?
I believe that the government is experiencing challenges, even though there are progress being made. But I think that there are enormous challenges that need to be addressed. That would be my answer.
Yeah. Do you still? It's just a yes or no answer. Do you still believe?
No,
that's
I'm a
why you
political,
say your statement on the
I'm
25th.
a political person. I'm not in class. I'm not in classroom to answer yes or no. I'm a political person. I will answer your question in a
Now,
political
going
way.
back to your statement
Don't
of
expect yes
June
or no.
22nd, 2025, do you still believe that the government is failing the Liberian people?
I just told you there are challenges. And you want me to be elementary about it to say government failed? That's what you want to hear? There are challenges. I told you in my intro that this administration, while it is true I'm not a spokesperson of the government, but this administration took over from the CDC when we had all of the many challenges, many issues, ranging from damaging of the country reputation globally, corruption, lack of leadership. There were many issues for which we voted the CDC out. Are those issues being addressed? I would say some being addressed, some are not being addressed. So there are challenges. Is the Unity Party making effort to address them? Yes, let's see what happened. That's why we are engaging them with our concern. We don't want to be immature as a political party to think that we can seek glory out of political situation to create tensions in the country. We have a channel in the alliance. So we are reaching out to the appropriate channel. We are having conversation with different political leaders. I just told you, I was on the phone with Senator Dara Dillon. I was on the phone with the Pro Tem. I've been few weeks ago, I was with Ellis Tyler. We are having these different discussions and going to people and expressing our dissatisfaction about the way things are going. We are doing that. In the event that they do not listen to us, I'm telling people the assembly, and we will vote to leave the Unity Party alliance. I'm saying that to you. We are clear about this. This is not something we have to sugarcoat. We are not sugarcoating anything. We still have issues.
Thank you very much, Kev. You be the last, and we'll bring in Mr. Salif on from the PAP.
Okay, Emmanuel. Let me say this.
Yeah.
Unity Party, Dr. Imam Bokar, been in government for the something years. He got experience in governmental issue as they claim, but he realized that everything that you were fighting for, that you were complaining, as Isaac outlined clearly, he knew that he was a joker. It's a lie, and that's why he did. That's why he's not paying attention to you. That's why you cannot see him right now. That's why all the time he tried to meet him, according to our sources, he don't allow you. Because you know why? He feel like you do the same thing to him. You feel that anybody can use you to lie. He know. Listen, Emmanuel. Emmanuel. He know no 16 billion were missing because nobody would take over $100 million and put it in their pocket. He knows no three missing boys because the police.
Well, man, this is not a joking show now.
It's not a joking show, yeah. He knows that.
I'm laughing because of what Kevin is saying.
Ask a question now. We gotta go. We gotta bring in the PAP chairman.
EFF little joking.
I said, we don't interrupt the show now, please. Kev, go ahead.
He knows that there's no three missing boys because the police investigated. According to Gregory, they came out and said there was no three missing boys. It's on record. So Joe Buckeye understand that. So because of that, he's not going to encourage you, and that's why you're being disgruntled right now. But you saying you will not support CDC, you will support an alliance. But let's look at the number. CDC, we go second round. The next party is Unity Party. We'll look at the number, we'll go by history. They're supposed to go second round. What will you be doing at that time?
Kev, and you think those political numbers going to remain consistent? And I know that if we have not gone to the Southeast, for example, the number you got in the Southeast that put you to the number you're boasting of, you know the number were not realistic. If we have not gone to the Southeast in the second round, you would have been government by now. I can tell you, in the Southeast, for example, there were people voting 4 times. The number on the National Elections Commission database, they are not realistic numbers.
I was showing joke on the show.
You're not interrupted, brother. You're not interrupted, brother. Let me say.
The numbers on the National Election Commission database are not realistic numbers. We arrested tons of voter cards in the
Let me ask you a question. Let me interrupt and bring in a question quickly. Please, Emmanuel, please. Yeah, here's the issue though. So then you go back to what Mr. Cummings and ANC been saying that they cheated ANC then. If those numbers, people, sedition were taking different political party leader numbers and voting 3, 4, 5 times, and Mr. Cummings is right.
But sometimes when we came, when our guys came from the Southeast, we showed numbers of cars. Go to Sano. There are people. Go to Grand Jude. I mean, go to Grand Crew. There are people who, in their own little mind, were going to the ballot box and voting 4 or 5 times because the entire electoral ballot was controlled by the CDC. If we have not gone there, see the numbers in the first round. See the way George Weah dominated the pool in the first round versus see the number how George Weah number declined in the second round. It's because we went there. It's because we went there. And Isaac and Kev want to sit on the radio and boast about George Weah numbers. You only had a number because of the little, power you had. So you manipulated the entire electoral system. But outside of that, what has been George Weah numbers? Let's go back to 2011. What has been George Weah number? If you have not formed coalition with MPP, you will not have won Joe Biden in 2017. And you come here talking about numbers? Look, no number will remain consistent. The people of Liberia deserve better leadership. The people of Liberia deserve to be served. They are looking at the Unity Party. They are looking at the CDC. There is a genuine conversations in the communities about their option, and you can rule that out. You think that people are fooled that if we just sit down and look at 2 political parties, even if they are not serving them, that they will continue to vote them? You think that people are fooled? They are not. They are watching. That's what I said the other day. If your government is governing on
pause for me, ladies and gentlemen, we have Emmanuel Gongwe. Again, Winfrey Russell, once we are ready from that other end, let me know. I beg you, send me a text, Brother Russell. We want to say to all of you are watching a beautiful show while you sit back home. It's 10:37 p.m. in Liberia. I want to bring in Ahmed K. Salif. He is the party chairman on paper by National Election Commission for the PAP, the St. Joseph People's Party. No. The People Action Party. I think that's the name. Yes. All right, Ahmed, welcome to the show, my friend. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Stanton. Everybody can hear me. It looks like I'm muted. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Hello, good evening to your network and to the Liberian people at home and abroad. I'm happy to be here to talk about the People's Action Party, PAP Liberia, and to introduce the party of the future to the Liberian people in the world.
Thank you very much. It's good to have you. You know Mr. Russell from Minnesota. You are from Minnesota, I do believe. You know Emmanuel George. You know Tamba Agalas, Isaac Doe, Kefasa, Kessinjeru, Emmanuel Gongwe from the EFF Liberia Division, now the South African Division. I want to say again, we're so happy to have you here. But it's fire, man. I mean, what was going on, Ahmed? Why you guys trying to run when Sir Joseph said if President Barker runs, he's not in the race? Then who will be your political leader if President Barker runs?
You know, Stanton, thank you again for the opportunity. I'm here to talk about the party, the PAP. We're building an institution, a political party that is bringing a different culture of doing party politics in Liberia, by extension, governance in the country, to advance a rapid transformation of our country. This is a party that is not about an individual. We, for far too long in our country, have built political organizations around individuals, their egos, their ambitions, and that's what's gotten us stuck where we are. We're trying to go away from that. So we're building an organization here that anyone can be a chairperson or a standard bearer. In fact, my job as the organizing chair is to do just that, right? To take an idea and turn it into a full-fledged, registered, serious political party that does things differently for the country and in the country. And that's what we're on the verge of doing. So
prior to joining PAP, prior to you becoming the organization chair, which party did you support for the last 3 elections?
I'm not a member of any political party. I have not been a card-holding member of any political party. I have been a citizen for Liberia. People whose vision, politicians, or So
let me reframe my question. Which party did you support for the last 3 elections?
I've been a card-holding member of any political party in the past. I voted for individual.
Which one of those individuals? That's where we're coming from. Which one of the individuals you voted for in the last 3 election cycle?
I can't. You know, the elections are.
That's the reason why we asked him, Mr. Salif. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I can't come here on national, international television, begin to disclose to you who I voted for. I could do that, but I chose not to do that. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to really.
So let me ask you now. People will say that's not why I'm here. We start any people to tell why you're here or why you're not here. You're here to discuss the issue, right? When you say you come in, we say come, let's discuss the issue. The reason why I'm asking, if you don't want to call a political party name, it's fine. The political leader name is fine. But you were just supporting a political leader that stay around today. You left that political leader. You were Sir Joseph on the PAP, and Sir Joseph will be your political leader in the last 3 election cycle. Can you give us the name?
Seems to have more information about me.
Brother Ahmed, can you give us the party that you supported in the last 3 election cycle? I'm not saying whether you're a member of that party or not.
No party at all.
Yeah, but you voted for the party leader, though you didn't support them.
Correct.
Okay, so which party?
I'm not here to say I supported no party.
How can you tell us you support no party, but you voted for a party leader? Ahmed, you can do this to us. Brother, my own friend, you can do this to us. You cannot support an individual who was a political leader of the party and you say no party at all. But that person represented a party. So which party?
Stanton, let me tell you what I've done in the past. As a Liberian citizen who understands citizenship, which has 2 sides. You have obligations, responsibilities as a citizen, just as you have rights. So I see a Liberian.
Let me ask you a question. Did you support George Manawea? Did you support George Manawea prior to joining the PAP?
Let me answer. I'm just.
No. I don't want to know about your immigration status and who you voted for. That's not what I want to know about, right? I'm asking you, did you support George Manawea in the 3 election cycle? Though you are not a sedition.
No, I don't believe.
You don't have to think about it. You supported George Manawea in the last election cycle, the 3 election cycle. When you say no?
Stanton, I've said I'm not here to discuss my voting record. I have not. I'm not a member of CDC. I'm not supported.
I'm not saying you are a member, but you supported George Manawea.
I did not support George Manawea.
That's an issue. That's an issue. Yeah, what you did?
I'll answer the question.
Yeah.
If you just be patient and give me a minute,
All right, go ahead, sir.
Look, during the presidential transition, 2018, I was asked to help with the joint presidential transition effort, which I did. They had some international people who wanted to write.
Who asked you? Which party asked you?
I have friends in the CDC, just like I have friends.
We gotta be truthful, Mr. Abner. Before you came on the show, no, Chief. You are talking about a political party that I have all your records, and you're telling me say no. And that's the issue. You bringing this to the transition. You supported George Manawea. It's not a crime.
No, it's not a crime.
Let me hold you right there. We were here more about PAP, and we love having you.
I'm able to explain my record if you are interested, but you cannot define me.
But you're saying that you don't want to explain that. I'm going to go in circle before you tell that, you are on the transition to George Manawea.
In an election, I'm just telling you, I to support the national transition process as a Liberian professional who was asked to contribute to that process, which I did. I've also supported efforts that are associated with other parties. So you can't define me. You have records, fine. You have your records, but I'm the one who the record is about, right? So I can.
The reason why I'm trying to define you because you are the only agent right now on the document at NEC representing the PAP. So we got to define you. But let me hold you there because now you're on the house seat. Let me bring in the guys to ask the question. Again, we want to welcome Ahmed Salif, the man that organized the transition period of CDC. We got to recognize it in that manner to further explain on the gift. So let me hear you.
Ahmed Salif, did you join Sir Joseph because you think he can give you some money?
Oh my goodness, man! I have my own money. I'm a professional. Wilson Russell knows my record. I'm a professional who has worked and made money, and I'm comfortable. I don't have to join anybody to give me money. I work for money. I run a business. So I don't know where that question is coming from, but no, that is a ridiculous question.
Say you became an organizing chairman. Has he given you any money for yourself?
What does that mean?
That's a question. You are a politician. I'm asking you. You are chairman.
No,
you are chairman of a political party. I'm asking you. What does that mean? It's a genuine question.
No,
since you became organizing chairman, has Sir Joseph given you money for yourself anytime, anywhere, at any day? Has he done that?
Members of the PAP have contributed money to organize our party, to run the.
So you, not members of PAP.
I'm the organizing chair of the party. If you are here to make this, a personal matter, then I don't know where the conversation is going. But as the organizing chair, yes, our election law allows us to raise funds from individuals who are associates of our efforts, who are members of our party. Yes,
let me make it short for you. Somebody just called me and said not Musa Bere, Sir Joseph gave you $3,700 to go to Liberia. Is that true?
That's not true.
How much he gave you?
I'm telling you that's not true.
How much he gave you to buy your ticket?
Did he give you any money to aid in your transport and your stay in Liberia?
Joseph, I'm not here to speak for the senator. I'm here to speak to the institution.
No, what about Mr. Ahmed Salih? Did Sir Joseph of the party? Did Sir Joseph of the party? Did Sir Joseph of the party give you any money to go to Liberia?
No.
Not the party.
You say that, not the party?
Did Sir Joseph or the party gave you any money, contributed any amount to you to go to Liberia?
No.
Why are you looking in the air, sir? Are you sure?
No, listen. I'm trying to make sure because I know.
Yeah, trying to make sure because you are on the national TV. People listen to you. And again, we have to come to you because you are the chairman for PAP. Did Sir Joseph or the party gave you any money? People contributed to you to go to Liberia?
On your panels, if you understand the process that it takes to register a political party under our law in the country, I think some of these questions will be irrelevant. You won't be asking these questions.
So the party sponsored your trip to Liberia to register the party?
It's legal to raise money from people who are interested.
Thank you for answering that question. So the organization transport gave you your transport fare. They transported you to Liberia. They're paying for your stay, everything, to run after the affairs of the party, right?
No, that's not. I went to Liberia on my own initially for a different business, and a group of Liberians approached me. We've been having conversation for the last almost 2 years, about this party potentially organizing this party, our vision for the country and things like that. I came to Liberia in February. I came in May this year on a different mission, and again I was approached. I consider it. I had conversations with family and friends, and I thought, let's do this. So,
Mr. Ahmed Salih. Let reset with Emmanuel. Emmanuel is the doctor on the show. He asked a very easy, calm question. So maybe he will reset the question. Dr. Emmanuel George.
Thank you, Stanton. I appreciate it. Mr. Salih, good evening. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well. Good evening, Dr. George. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So I'm picking back into your opening statement. Is your party a spoiler party?
No, it's not. Our party is the party of the future, because the People's Action Party, the vision we're coming with for the country, we believe we ought to be ambitious, more ambitious than we have been in the last 178 years. That's why the country is where it is. Unless we can really unstuck ourselves and rethink how we do development, how we do politics in Liberia, we will continue to go in circles. And that's why we're bringing some ideas we've seen work in other places. We talked about the Asian tigers, what happened in Singapore and other places. We think that we can try some of these things in Liberia. It's not magic. that countries that were poorer than us are now prosperous and making progress.
Thank you very much, sir. I have only 2 questions. I mean, thank you for your answer. It's wonderful. Now, do you agree? Or have you heard a statement from your political leader, Mr. Sir Joseph, that if President Joseph Boakai is running in the 2029 election, your party will not be a candidate?
Senator Sir Joseph is associated with the PAP, but under the law, you don't have a political leader until you go to convention. You elect your officials, including the standard bearer of the party and all party officials.
But he's the front of the party, right? And he's significant first party.
I have not heard that statement. Look, we make decisions as an institution. We're not focusing on a certain senator. Politicians make statements. I'm not here to say. That's not a statement that I'm aware of. Even if so, it's irrelevant because that's not how we make decisions in the PAP, right? We say we're going away from individualism and building an institution that will help to transform the country.
So, do you want to say on the record that you as the chairman of the party totally disagree with Senator Joseph's statement that your party will not fee a candidate if President Boakai is running the 2029 elections?
If you think that we're doing all this to organize a strong political institution to...
Dr. Sirleaf, do you disagree with with that statement? Do you disagree with that statement? It's a yes or no answer. I ask simple.
No, listen. I'm not aware of such statement, and I've told you as the party that's not how we make decisions. So I don't do hypotheticals. And first of all, that's a hypothetical you're trying to throw at me, and so I'm not going to answer yes or no to that. I'm telling you how PAP as an institution does business. And the way we do business is we have the PAP Congress, we have the National Executive Committee, and so the Congress makes decisions and elects officials. We haven't gotten to that point yet. And you're telling me a member of our party has allegedly made a certain statement that I should come and say yes or no to that. I think it's an unfair question. And
well, let me ask you before bring it, Brother Russell. Thank you, Brother George. If President Joseph Yema Boakai contest 2029 and say he's in this race, will PAP be in this race of 2029? Will you guys still continue to run if President Boakai is running on the Unity Party ticket?
PAP is not here to sit on the sidelines, Stanton. PAP is not here to sit on the sidelines.
So if President Boakai is in the race, PAP will be in the race?
If President Boakai or any Liberian citizen present themselves as a candidate in the race, it's not for us to decide that. It's for those Liberian citizens. However, I'm telling you, our party, why is not an electoral project? This is the party of the future. Why is not
if President Boakai is in the race 2029, you as a chairman for the organization now going to be a party. Would this party be in the race if President Boakai is running 2029?
PAP will field a candidate 2029 once we're certificated. We're not certificated yet. So
if President Boakai is in the race, will PAP be in the race 2029?
Once we're fully certificated after our convention and we've elected our standard bearer, the PAP Congress will make that decision. But I believe we will not sit around.
Oh my God! So you're saying now you cannot give a yes or no? You're agreeing with Sir Joseph? Yeah. What's the intent of this party? You're playing games with us. No, we're not here for game. You are the party only chairman. You're here telling us if the Congress, you said Emmanuel Gongo that tell us to do say if the Congress agree, but the Congress agreed yesterday, but the Congress not agree on the fact that they will not support us. Be straight up. Sir Joseph is on clip. He came to this show, and he said if Joseph Yema Boakai is in the race, he will not run. And I will play the clip. You say you never heard it, I will play for you to hear it. We are asking you as the only party chairman right now, because you're trying to take Sir Joseph to a convention to make you a political leader. Will this party be in the race if Joseph Yema Boakai is in the race? Yes or no? Why are you playing game with us?
We will not sit around to be inactive 2029. We'll have a candidate in the race. But we haven't gone to convention. We do not have a standard bearer.
You will do all of that, we agree. You will have a standard bearer. You will go for convention. You will have a political leader. You will have the sweeper. If 2029, Joseph Boakai is in this race, will PAP be in the race?
Yes.
Thank you very much. It took forever to get this, all of you, my friend. Winfred Russell, let's hear you, my brother. Whew.
Thank you. Thank you. And once again, it's great seeing you, my dear friend and brother, Ahmed. And always making us proud here from the great state of Minnesota. So thanks a great deal. I was invited to the cookout or so that the PAP had in Minnesota when Senator Sir Joseph came over, and it was a good time. And it was a good time interacting with a lot of folks there and hearing him out. So my first question is what I would like you to share with us. Give us your elevator speech. What is PAP? How is PAP different from all of the other parties? Give us that elevator speech.
Thank you. These are the kinds of questions I've been looking for. Look, PAP is a people-centered.
You only come from Minnesota. That Minnesota brother.
Look, we have a thing called Minnesota Nice, okay? PAP is a people-centered, pragmatic, social democratic party. By that, we mean it's a party that will operate year-round, care for the people, focus on a rapid transformation agenda for the country, for the Republic of Liberia. That's the kind of political party that we are building here. We believe that we should focus on the basic things that grow a country, that create jobs for our people, that train young people. Look, in our country, you all know the data out there that about over 60% of the population is under the age of 25. And these young people, a lot of them are suffering from, having issues of unemployment, massive unemployment problems in the country, drug use, education challenges, and so on. All of these mammoth problems the country faces, until we can systematically approach them, will continue to be stuck. So we're bringing an institution that is going to focus on the country, work year-round actively as though it is a company. That is, it's not just an electoral cycle thing, an electoral vehicle. We go around yelling and those kinds of things. No, we want to work with the people and others who are willing to buy into the vision and that we have for the country. That's the kind of party we're here to build.
Thank you, thank you, Ahmed. My last question is that okay? I mean, we're hearing all of what you just said, right? So, tell us. Can you clearly tell us if the PAP is in it to win this? To win it, is the PAP? What is the PAP pathway to victory? And if the PAP is just in this to get some votes and then and situate itself to where it can negotiate or join another political party, what is your pathway to victory?
Winfred, I know you to be a politician, right? So the premise to that question suggests that PAP is an electoral, just 2029 project. Look, we're saying this is the party of the future of Liberia. That's what we're building. While we will not sit around in any electoral cycle, 2029 included, we're building an institution that will train people. You ask, well, what makes you different? What makes you sort of distinctive from other parties? For example, we have what we call the Leadership Development Institute, okay, as the feature of our party, where we want to train our leaders. If you say you want to run for office, we go and investigate in your district, how you live with the people. You sign a pledge. We fund their campaign. We train you how to win elections and how to be an effective lawmaker. These are the kinds of things. You want to be a whole office in the government or be a school county education officer or something. We train you. What does that mean? We got to train our leaders in the vision of the party and what the party will do to transform the country. So yes, we see a pathway for this kind of institution, okay? Because the Liberian people have embraced our message. They're embracing our message all over the country today. People are forming PAP, cells and structures around the country, all over. Our convention, we just got a letter to go to convention, but 9 counties have stepped up and competing for who will host the convention. We haven't even been certificated yet. So that tells you we're bringing a message of hope. We're inspiring our people. We're pragmatic and practical about how to solve problems. And that's why the Liberian people have embraced the PAP and they will embrace the party. So yeah, we have a pathway. We believe the way we're systematically putting ourselves together, and if we continue that way, in a very short period of time, the People's Action Party of Liberia will be the most dominant party in the country. Watch and see.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you,
we
Mr.
have
Salif.
we have Ahmed Salif here, a professor at Cottington University. We're going to be putting out his information gradually. Yes, indeed, he's a professor at Cottington University, one of the smartest.
For 6 years, I was a professor.
One of the smartest there also. So let's just go ahead to ask you though. Seriously, before we bring my brother Tamba and ask it though, Professor, on a serious note, why are you why you want to unseat Jose Yima Bouaka? Why your party want to unseat Jose Yima Bouaka? Is it is he performing? Why you want to unseat him?
Look, you don't register and build a political party to sit around. You have a vision for the country. You have a different kind of idea. Look, President Bouaka, his government has been doing marginally well and better than the previous administration that just left office, in all fairness, okay? Our country is in a better place, I can say, than a few years ago. There are a lot of challenges. I'm a governance person, my training, some of it focuses on the public sector and public affairs and government. So I know what I'm seeing, what I'm observing. There are challenges, very massive challenges, as a national problem, not just one administration. Okay, they will tell you, oh, we're doing something about electricity, we're doing something about roads. I say pave the roads. They say we're making roads pliable. All right, they say, well, we're doing something in the fiscal space in the economy, and I said, look, you neglected maybe planning, the development planning component of the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. They will say, look, we're doing something in the health sector. I say, what are you doing specifically to create jobs?
So let me be very simple. You're a professor. Let's forget about the higher level here. Let's come down to the fundamental. Give me 4 reasons why you want to unseat President Bouaka. 2029.
I'm a politician. I'm registering a political party to transform the country. I mean, President Bouaka is the president of our country right now. But we have other ideas. We believe we say we're partners in solutions. The type of opposition politics we're bringing is now one that agitates.
No, I'm not talking about the opposition. I'm saying why you don't want him there 2029. If you think that President Bouaka is doing exceptionally well, he's doing better than CDC, why are you forming a political party to unseat him?
Why not? It's every citizen's right to.
What he is not doing that you can do better.
I've told you we have ambition to rapidly transform the country.
So he's not rapidly transforming the country. He's not.
I'm not here to speak for the president or the minister.
No, I want you to speak for your party.
I'm here to speak for my party. That's why.
So what is President Bouaka not doing that you will sell to the Liberian people to choose you 2029?
What you're doing, you're reducing this to one in name calling this individual. That's not why.
We got only one president, Jose Yima Bouaka. Who else you going to be trying to take out of office?
It's a competition. Look, this is the democracy stand.
But you cannot play that game, Ahmed. You coming to form a political party to unseat Jose Yima Bouaka. Jose Yima Bouaka is running. He must be doing something that you really don't like. Because of that reason, you're forming a political party. You are opposition to Jose Yima Bouaka, are you not?
I'm the opposition to our party.
You are opposition to Jose Yima Bouaka, are you not?
I am an opposition party in the Republic of Liberia. And
to a certain government, the Unity Party government. Am I correct?
Say that again.
Are you an opposition to Unity Party government?
Of course I am. I am an opposition
If
party.
you are, what is he doing that make you an opposition to his government?
You want to make the country look. You want to make the country better, taking a different decision. You have a different direction. You have a vision that may not be shared by others. That's what
I'm bringing the guys. I think we got something out of this question and answer. They are opposition Tamba because Joseph Boakai is not doing something. So therefore, they want to remove in 2029. They cannot have it both ways. But let's hear you, my brother. Then we'll bring in Isaac doing it.
Can you see? Look, first of all, when you come on the stage as a political party and as an organizing chair, I mean, it's good to see you, my man. It's been years. Where did all the hair go, my man? It's good to see you. You're looking good. But when you come on the stage, don't hesitate to answer the question, because the Liberian people are interested in seeing people of substance. Even if Joseph Boakai is your uncle, he's the president today, but you have organized a political party and you are in opposition, and you must speak as such.
That's
so
what
let me ask you, Ahmed. Let me ask you, Ahmed. You know me. I'm straightforward, right? You know me. But why Sir Joseph? Why PAP? Ahmed, me, I know you. I'm not going to get into how I know you, because you and I will have professional relationship working together. What made you choose Sir Joseph and PAP to support them at this time?
We haven't chosen anyone. Under the law, Tamba, you go take your party to convention. You could get me in trouble by trying to make me say, here's the standard bearer, here's this person of the party. As far as we know, only the organizing chair and the organizing committee, the election commission recognizes. Until you go to convention, you bring your list of officials and present that to the commission, where they will in fact come and observe your convention. You do not have any political leader or standard bearer as such. So I am not going to get into that name calling, but why PAP is very important. Because historically in Liberia, we've done political party politics based on individualism. You know, one individual's ego, somebody with the money, somebody with ambition to run for office, that kind of thing. And that's how we've done governance, even in the country, really. A strong presidency, so-called imperial presidency, where everybody runs to the president, everybody runs to this political leader. We're saying that hasn't taken us anywhere. And until we wake up from that, we will continue to spin around. And so we're bringing a movement, a political organization that behaves differently, that focuses on institution, building institution, training people, bringing new ideas that will advance the country. That's why we are introducing.
One more question. Let me squeeze in one more question in here, Ahmed. You talk about an important aspect, right? And I have heard that term before. I wrote an article on preparing leaders that can be ready to step forward, and the great ones are yet to ascend, and it's on Front Page Africa and the Voice of Liberia. But what criteria are you setting to say, okay, we want to make sure that Sir Joseph is not a de facto political leader? What is your criteria to say someone like Tamba Igelas or Stanton Weatherspoon can come and say, I want to contest the PAP standard bearership? What criteria are you using, and how are you selecting your candidates or your aspirants?
Look, we have people, more members of PAP, people who are working with us. I think they're known. How do I say that? There are people in the government, people in the legislature, people in the US, Liberians, all over the world who are supporting and part of this party. Okay, so it could be any number of Liberians who are putting themselves forth to run for, the standard bearer role in the party, including Senator Sir Joseph. That is right. He's one of the vision bearers of the party. I mean, I can't deny that. I can sit here, I'll be a hypocrite. And if I'm coming to say, look, we're here to bring about reform, we're here to introduce new kind of politics, I have to be honest and transparent, because our value rests on integrity. That's what PAP is about. And so, yes, Senator Sir Joseph is a strong member of our party, strong vision bearer of our party. He will contest, and so will others. This is a big party. It's not going to be some, fly by night or on the side political party. If you, from where I sit as the organizing chair, I can tell you for sure that you will call me here more and more, because you will find out that PAP is not some party that is just here, to help somebody or to be in the corner or to be in the sideway. No, we're here to compete because we care about the country, and we have some ideas as to how to advance growth and development in our country. So it could be anybody.
And finally, how can the Labrampo trust you? Because it will say another new party. Just, good talk.
Thank you. Let's bring in Isaac, Joe. Ahmed, thank you very much, my friend. Sometimes that's why we love having you guys on the show, and I think you are taking the whipping today because it's your first day. We'll normalize it next time. But Isaac, well, I'm trying to understand. He supported the cause of CDC during the transition, right? And but yet and still, like Sir Joseph, at this time they are not supporting CDC. I'm kind of confused. They want to remove Joseph Yuma Bwaka, but they don't want to remove him. I said, what am I hearing from the chairman tonight?
So, Chairman,
Joseph Bwaka is doing better, but no, we want to remove him. He's not doing better. What's going on?
Mr. Sadiq, nice to see you. Just for full disclosure, Senator Sir Joseph is a personal friend of mine. I have partly worked with him. He even personally did things for me. And that's how very close we are. We talk almost all of the time. Even when he was in the CDC and he left. But I'm just a little bothered. Why is it you guys have decided to just come together to eat the senator small more money? I don't know why you guys want to do that. I don't think eating the senator small money should be the thing you should be focusing on. Chief, you say you've been in this election been in for a long time, maybe above some of ages, but I'm a little confused. The only reason why you form a political party is that you disagreed with the current leadership and you want to replace it based on your disagreement. You cannot even state what you disagree with President Bwaka, but you want to replace him. The only thing you see is, no, let me just answer. You were talking, I listen. The only let me just answer. And you were coming. The only thing you can tell Standard is you want to do things differently. What is that thing that President Bwaka is doing today that you think is bad that you can do differently? You don't even know it. It only tells me that the intent of being chairman and people around the senator is to eat the senator money. No. The senator got the buses, the cars that he can run around and bring in income. And that is not fair to the senator.
Unfortunate. This is
I know it is unfortunate. You know,
it's unfortunate.
But I will give you time. I will give you time to have you.
Chairman, you are chairman of a big political party. Chairman, you are chairman of a big political party. Hold on 1 minute. Let the man finish.
You know, it is only a disgrace.
And the chopping part making me laugh.
Right, Chief, it is only a disgrace to come up with a helping VEP party. You remember the United Party chairman said all of these other parties are helping VEP. Why would you join a money-eating spree just to be a helping VEP party? That you cannot even stomach the courage, Chief, to tell us, forget about Joseph Bwaka government do better than the other government. That one no problem in politics. But you can't even tell us the reason why you want to replace Bwaka. The reason why you form a political party is not because you wanted to eat money like you guys are doing now. It's because you have ideas different from what President Bwaka is doing. So here's my question, Chief. I want you to be effective, clear, and direct. List me 2 things that President Bwaka is doing that you want to replace him for.
You see, this is the problem that's gotten Liberia where it is. We lack ambition. Our ambition is just at this level, right? All you see is 2029. What's President Bwaka doing? Look at the country.
So you see 2024?
A question. I listen.
Let you answer.
The judge said, listen, Isaac, first of all, your premise was very condescending. You do not know me. You know nothing about me. I don't go around, money eating thing. What are you talking about? Is this the the height of your knowledge of Liberia, the understanding of the problems of the country. That is why we are where we are. Because Liberians, or some Liberians, have this limited knowledge of the problem the country has and why we're not making progress. And then you reduce that to, so you loan money from somebody. If you know anything about me, you know that Ahmed Salif is not somebody who will follow anybody for money. Why you don't know? 2017, I left my job to support President Boakai's campaign, then Vice President Boakai. I met the candidates several times a week. I trained campaign officials, senior officials of the campaign, went around the country to support that vision. Just like, because as a Liberian citizen, that's what you do. You step up and step forward when you are called upon to serve your country. Just like during the transition time, when the UN wanted to write the final transition report for us, some Liberian professionals were offended. They said, look, we got our own people. That's why I went to support that transition. And it's not because I supported George Weah or I went there for George Weah. In fact, he sent a text to ask Peace of City to say, what has this man done for CDC? Why you're putting to be the one to lead
Well,
it?
start on Chief. Thank you, but can you answer my question?
No, wait. The man gave you information. He supported Joseph Boakai. He supported George Weah. So let's go ahead. Go ahead, Ahmed.
What you don't know as a professional, as a Liberian citizen, and that's the responsibility. Citizenship has rights and obligation. You step up as a professional, as a Liberian citizen, when they call upon you. It doesn't matter which party, which individual it is, but if it is for the good of the country, you step forward. And that's what I did. I did that for candidate Boakai, Vice President Boakai then, and I did that during the transition 2018, not because he supported Unity Party, okay? So to sit here to say you are forming money chopping, it's just ridiculous. And then that idea alone, you understand?
Chief, thank you. I asked you a question. Stand on. Don't do it to me. I beg you, brother. Stand on. I beg you. Chief,
it's unfortunate that
Chief,
people
I hear all the things you say. Chief,
I'm listening.
Mr. Salif.
Just
Mr.
because
Salif,
you
thank you.
doesn't mean that you think somebody is here to be a help.
Mr. Salif, thank you. Mr. Salif, thank you. I hear everything you say. Thank you for the explanation. But let's kind of go back to my question. Chief, can they name two things that President Boakai is doing today that you think is bad for the country, that you want to change, for which you form a party? Again, please don't explain all the one you explain for it. We hear it. You read.
I can explain. Look, again, this is not about 2029. PAP is
about 2024
electoral project.
I said, wait.
That is the premise of that's the 40th premise of the problem we're having. You think this party is being formed just to run for office 2029? Yes, we are a political party. We will few candidates. One are representative candidates, what are
senatorial. So you are for 2035. Okay.
Party, but this is the party for Liberia, the party of the future. Watch and see if you think this
2035. Okay, now I understand. 2035. All right,
So I said thank you very much. I will come to you, Brother Ross. So let's bring in Emmanuel Gongwe, please, and Kev Hassan. These are the last two guys. You know, we way past our time, so we'll get but another 23 minutes and we'll be all of here. Emmanuel Gongwe, please. Emmanuel, you mute yourself. Stop muting yourself. Can you unmute, please? Thank you. Go ahead.
Can't hear you still, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, leave it. Just leave it. You're good. Don't mute yourself. You're fine. Just talk.
Okay. So I can understand why Isaac is beating at the chairman of PAP. And I can understand that very well, because he's not here to praising George Weah or to talk about George Weah elections. So,
we should agree with them. What you ready to say?
Mr. Chairman, I would say, I'm aware of the challenges when it comes to organizing political parties. I was there I experienced that for myself. In 2023, we got certificated by the George Weah administration. So I know the challenges you guys are going through. I wish you guys well. But one thing I can say to Liberians tonight is that we are organizing the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia as Liberia's largest grassroots political party. As you can see in the footage, and that's what I did all the day. I was making fun out of somebody from the CMC. I said, your political leader, he wanted to attack the EFFL, and I said, your political leader took 21 cars to go to Lofa to see less than 300 persons. And we took, just 2 cars to Lofa to see more than 600 leaders of our party that came from across Lofa. So we are not the same. We are one of Liberia's largest political party at the moment. The photos can show, the district engagement can show. We are doing that, and we'll be intentional about it. Those who believe that they need progressive leadership, the Economic Freedom Fighter aids the directions, not any other political party. People have the right to organize political party, but I can tell you for sure.
Emmanuel, can you redirect a little bit?
Come again?
Did you have a question for Ahmed Salif on the PAP?
I come in with my question. I was speaking because CEO allowed me to speak, so they didn't tell me to ask a question. So I was just saying, Mr. Chairman, you can continue to pursue your registration, but in the future, if you think that you have a space for you to negotiate, like I said, if and only if we have to change the narrative, it may not be the CDC, it may not be the Unity Party. There's genuine concerns about tier options, negotiations and conversations. I can confirm to you, people are having discussions. And if the Unity Party don't manage the alliance properly, that could lead to that tier options coming up very strongly. It is in the preview of a Unity Party to manage the alliance and talk to alliance members and see what the concerns are. But I can say to you on this tonight, a force is emerging. A force is emerging, and that force may not be able to. That force will be able to get the CDC and the Unity Party out. If the two political parties continue to believe that they will dominate the political space of the country, I can say to you it's not true. And that's why people like PAP will come out, because every one of us are having now different perspective, different thought process, different way of looking at the political conversation, the narrative in the country. Yes, you listen, to Unity Party chairman, as I said, he referred to all the political parties as helping verb. That was insulting. Political party leader did not take that for granted. But again, everybody want to conduct themselves very maturely and focus on the grand game. The grand game is 2029. If anybody tell you 2029 is not a conversation at the moment, I will be saying to you that person is not honest. Every one of us in the political space are not looking at 2029. What differently can we do?
We got 7 more minutes. Thank you very much. I want to say this before I bring Kev Hassan on. Mr. Ahmed, what you see at what we do, if you cross this bridge, you'll be able to get to the promised land. Please don't get mad. It's part of the terrain. But yet and still, you need to answer the people's question. They want to know you supported Joseph Boakai 2017. This time around, you running against him. That's just the question still lingering. You need to answer the question. You supported Joseph Imam Boakai. You served on the transition team 2018. A friend to George Manor, we are through Peace City Tag. You say you share text messages, but something strange is happening. Your Uncle Joe that you supported 2017, he's in power now. Why are you trying to remove him? I mean, I'm not asking. I really don't want you to answer now. I want you to take this one, right? You always gave us assignment. Take this one. Maybe you'll come up with a beautiful answer. We got to bring the last person, Kev Hassan, because we got to close. But it just like we're really just thinking. I don't know if Kev will force you to answer for me. Please don't answer. Consult with your with your team. They will give you a unique answer. You supported him. Now he's president, and you want to remove him. I've never seen this in Charlie Kintown. But let me bring in the brother from Sierra Leone, Kev Ahmed Hassan. Brother Kev.
Mr. Sharif Ahmed, we both have the same name, Ahmed too. Let me say this. Let me ask you this. It is a very, very simple question, and I hope you will answer it, because don't listen to all the guys. They beat you on you. I think they beat you on you for nothing, but you answer my question. On December 26, 2024, Sir Joseph said in FOIA, he believed in the agenda of Joseph Human Boakai. He will support the agenda. It's a simple question. Don't listen to all the guys that beat you. Just tell us if you agree with that.
That the senator said he believes in the agenda of President Boakai?
Yeah, in FOIA, he was on the stage.
Yeah, just send it to me. Let me play it. Let me post it up. Send it to me. I'll put it up.
He was on the stage. Yeah, he was on the stage. I will call it. I was saying he was on December 26, 2024 in FOIA with Sir Joseph, with Thomas Pollard. They declared their support. I'm just asking you, it's simple. Do you believe in what Sir Joseph said? Buy that. It's simple. Not listen to all the people. That answer will be clear.
You are asking me to speak to something a certain senator said somewhere where I was in. You know,
that would be the senator is a political leader coming up. You got to answer this question.
Presumptively, if it goes to
you got to answer this question. He said he believed 150% everything Joseph Boakai is doing, and he agreed with his agenda. Do you believe that?
Right. Every citizen has a right under the law to, to associate.
No, I'm asking you. If you believe what Sir Joseph said, I just already declare. I'm asking you.
I'm not in the senator's mind. I wasn't
Carefully. Go ahead, Mr. Selim. Mr. Selim, you are protected. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, CEO. Look, my job is to take this thing that was just an idea, to build it, to make a vibrant political party in the country. Yes, there are statements that will be attributed to me, that will be attributed to senior people who are affiliated with our party. But I don't think it's unfair to ask me to answer why I believe in something that Senator Joseph said in Lofa, where I wasn't. I haven't even seen it. So I don't know.
So last question for the day, and Kev want me to ask the last question. He just sent it to me. Mr. Ahmed, we love having you. Come back again. Do you believe in this Joseph Human Boakai agenda, the arrest agenda? Do you believe in the agenda?
Do I believe in the arrest agenda?
Yes, sir.
Listen, as a policy person, I appreciate that there's a medium-term development policy, a plan for the country. But I like to take it further. There are things I like to see that I'm not saying. Look, everybody says the arrest agenda, for instance. Where are things like, sectoral plans that can coalesce various ministries, agencies, commission coming together, advancing growth that's tied to the arrest agenda? I don't see that. We don't have, for instance, a public sector reform policy on the agenda, for example. So yes, the arrest agenda is there. Every administration will have that kind of medium-term plan, development plan.
So real quick, my last question before you leave, and I appreciate the answer. You've been following Sir Joseph from the House of Representatives to the Senate. Has Joseph performed well for the Liberian people, in your view, that you deserve to be president tomorrow?
Look, Senator Joseph's style of politics is what attracts us to him. The PAP, other serious Liberians who have come together to try to form this party. He is closest to the people than any politician in the country I've seen. The way he works, the way he governs, the way he does politics. I can't speak for him. I keep saying he's a sitting senator. He has an office. He's competent to speak for himself, and he does so with ease. But as an organizing chair of the People's Action Party (PAP), if you ask me, if the Senator Joseph has performed well, look, this man is a magnet in Liberian politics. If you like him or not, you can't discount him. This is the reason why he was elected massively in Montserrat County twice. He goes around the country. Anywhere I go, people come up to me and they tell me stories about
So
how.
thank you, and that's what Sir Jose is saying, though. Let's talk about George Manawia here. Did George Manawia perform 6 years on behalf and for the Liberian people to your expectation?
Not to my expectation, but any.
Do you think it was necessary that the Liberian people remove George Manawia?
In my view, President Weah could have done a lot better than he did on the overall.
So it was fair that the Liberian people rejected him?
It was fair, yes.
Okay. But it wasn't, but you are saying that Sir Joseph was a better candidate, but yet and still, he was a candidate that supported.
In different categories. You have to be fair.
Thank you very much. And listen, we'll bring you back again. We really do appreciate you, my friend. Seriously, I do enjoy the conversation and I appreciate you, man. I think you will do better. You will try more for PAP, and I wish you luck. After your convention, come back again and let's talk more. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you. Good to see you, Cody.
Good to see you. You may call your ability name. You know you're getting history. That's why you call your ability name. Thank you very much, sir. All right. We want to say thanks to all of you, man, because we have to go. We leave it there. But Emmanuel Gangwe, thank you very much. Let's give you the first shot here to do your closing. Then we all can wrap this thing up. I believe that it was a very, very interesting program today. I think that Sir Jose, he got more to say. And I think even you, Emmanuel, we can talk about you. You stay shaky, I believe you'll come around, but I think you, Emmanuel, you got more work to do with the EFFL. But we do appreciate you for joining us today. Give us your closing.
You want to be presidential candidate?
Give us your closing, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, you want to be presidential candidate?
CEO, thank you so much for the invitation. We are always available to share our perspective on the events in our country. Ozzy, I'm not going to respond to your question. We have Gibbsy, I'm not going to respond. Ozzy, I'm sorry. I'm not going to respond to your question tonight. What I can confirm to you is that next year we are going to have a major event at the ATS. We are inviting progressive forces from around Africa that are coming here. Big names are coming to Liberia, including Malema, Bobby Wine. As I speak to you, we are making frantic efforts to make sure that His Excellency Ibrahim Traoré graces our occasions. So we are planning. So when you see us having different, events across Maserado, meeting with our leaders across Maserado and across the Republic of Liberia, is because next year going to be very massive at the ATS. So we will continue to do what we can. We are not shaking. We are bold. We are fearless. We just confirmed to you on the show that we are having issue within the alliance. I'm not going to use my relationship with President Boakai to exploit anybody. The alliance has its own leadership. There is chairman for the alliance, is the deputy minister of foreign affairs. We are channeling all of our issues. We are communicating boldly our issues. We are going outside of the alliance structure to communicate our issues. So yes, it's confirmed. If we cannot have redress, it's a general reason for which we will then communicate to the people of Liberia that we are departing the alliance. But for now, we will continue to engage the alliance. We will continue to do what we are doing across the country. We will continue to meet with different stakeholders. I mean, we are in politics. We'll continue to have fruitful discussions with people. But next year, something you can bear me witness. You can record this date. Next year, October, the 25th of October, will be massive in Monrovia. We will be at the ATS, where we will present the vision of the EFFL to the Republic of Liberia. Thank you so much.
My friend. Thank you very much, EFFL. What was your title again? Commanding General, political leader, What was your title?
I'm the commander-in-chief of the party.
Oh, CIC, Commander-in-Chief. Thank you very much, my friend. And we look forward to talking to you again. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. Vididi. Let's get you up, Vididi. I don't think you want to get in the crossfire. It's getting rough from the CDC side. So let's get you out this.
No, thanks. A beautiful show. A lot of great issues. 20 issues, some 20 issues too as well. But I think, as usual, we handle it well. It was great seeing my good friend and brother from the great state of Minnesota here, Ahmed Salif. He's a fine professional. He's a lawyer, a human rights lawyer trained in Costa Rica. And he's also trained as a governance person at the Wellstone Institute.
Who trained as a lawyer in Costa Rica?
I mean, why are you disturbing? Why? So I mean, so he's a sound brother. But what I would have asked was like, Stanton. I mean, my follow-up question to him would have been like, he's teaching now in Liberia. He has a lot of training. He worked a lot on the TRC report. I mean, he was one of the attorneys in the background doing a lot of the work. So we're just wondering why not join another party, a much more established party, or bring those skills to help him to train folks, especially at the National Elections Commission, because he's done all that stuff. I mean, he's good at all of that. I mean, the whole governance thing, and so I know he would be a great person for that party. But whether that party is set up to utilize and leverage the skills that he brings to the table, that's a whole different thing. And so this is one of the things I think he will be great. I mean, from my estimation and from what I know about him and his production, I think it would be a good thing if he were to utilize those skills in a much more established political environment where he can, help train up, a lot of political actors in the country, because he's a fine gentleman. So I would just leave that as it is, as part of my closing, and we just take it from there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Russell. And again, on behalf of the network, your good friends and family here, we say have our sympathy to you and the entire family, man. Wishing you guys Godspeed. I hope you guys can pull through. Have our sympathy. Let me bring in my brother Isaac, though.
All of these times, Emmanuel Gongwa being around, one could be thinking that he tried to understand the terrain now, but it seems to be the brother is not learning at all. Unfortunately, he left. It seems to be he's not learning. I don't know what has been happening, because for 6 years, 6 good years, you said things repeatedly against a government. You campaigned against that government. You backed another government. The government you campaigned for has been in power for 2 years. You expect the government to go and persecute someone for 16 billion when no 16 billion was lost? But I don't know if it is out of ignorance or I don't know what else. You keep on talking the same things that are all crazy to talk about. How can President Barker go to persecute somebody for going to Japan when no one went to Japan? How is that possible? How do you expect the president to persecute someone for 16 billion when no 16 billion lost? I mean, your mind cannot be so small to see through that all of those things were campaign propaganda and lies. How can you see it now? How can you go ahead to persecute someone for 3 missing boys when, of course, no one did anything to 3 missing boys? Are you so naive to see that all of those things were campaign lies? And you are still talking it today. We have dared the Unity Party over and over to persecute anyone for 16 billion. We keep challenging the Unity Party. How can people that should be a fair challenging you every day. You are in power now. How can you come and say auditors that Joey are government auditors and think, well, of course, it is not true. How do you expect them to persecute? Persecute who? So, Mr. Gongwe, I don't know, man. You CRC or whatever it is, you should try to develop, try to improve. You need to develop a little bit now. When will you have the thought that all of those things were campaign lies? And of course, the people of life, you can win the CDC on something else. Are you going to tell CDC again that you're still 16 billion in 2029 and the people will listen to you? Are you going to tell CDC that you kill auditor 3 missing boys and the people will listen to you? You still have 4 years to put people in jail that kill missing boys and 16 billion. Brother, those things were lies. And like we've always said, George Weah did not lose the election because he did not perform. I can challenge any United Party person, including the finance minister, to come on the show with us. Bring the achievement of United Party. Let's bring our achievement. In the first place, United Party does not have one. United Party is only governing based on what CDC led there. They don't have one. We bet the United Party to cancel anything CDC. They put it aside, bring your own idea. We bet them they will never do it. That's why harmonization cannot go away. When will you get to realize these things? That, my brother, George Weah lost the election because the propaganda overpowered us. And I've always said the CDC government failed one place, and that place was to stand up to the lies and to the propaganda. We failed in that place. The way we're doing now, have we done it when we're in government? Oh no, you wouldn't have fooled the people. Oh no, you wouldn't have told the people that George Weah had $2 on rice price, but since you came to power, you have not removed that $2 yet. We expect you to come with substantive argument, things that will persuade the minds of people, and not the same bogus lies you told some years ago. It makes you small, and it makes some of us to think that you are not growing, but we do believe that you need to develop because you call yourself CRC. You cannot still be limited in your thinking. Thank you
very much. Let's move on. I said, though, the brother agreed with you, and he said, you are right, because Joseph Boakai failed to prosecute, and he's not prosecuting. So all the things you just said, the brother had agreed with you. No. But one thing he said, but let me back way now, but you finish talking plenty about. But one thing he said, Gibson, he said, we're not supporting George Weah. You go, you can there, he's not supporting George Weah. So the thing I said, but let me bring it in time. I said, my brother, the man said everything you say, he agreed, but still, he's not supporting.
Don't let me remember mob the big mob, yeah, but that.
CDC shouldn't worry. EFFL.
Let me push my mob on take that EFL.
CDC shouldn't worry. According to Gibson, Bro Gibson,
a lot of people that will make people win election.
As a you talk plenty. Let me close. Let me close today. CDC, you shouldn't worry. EFL, according to Bro Gibson, is just a susu club. And I'm sure, like Gibson himself, he's holding to CDC and to Lino, right? So he put in two hands. Most politicians like bro are doing the susus. Look, good show, man.
I mean, Gibson not holding to Lino.
He's not. He's not. He's all the way.
Our brother Paul Kennedy holding to Lino.
Okay, so that Paul Kennedy is trying to hold two susu hands. But let me tell you, man. Look, Gongwe drew the line clearly. There's no second option. There's no even second thought for the EFFL to consider CDC in 2029. So, CDC should begin to change how they are selling themselves. As you guys can complain about the 6 years you were in power, about your stewardship, but the people know what you did. No amount of justification is going to help you. Start rebuilding. Start building institution. You still haven't listened to the advice. But look, on the Zopenu thing, I'm not going to go back there. Zopenu, and former Senator Nyanibo, both of them, the people of Granji there, should evaluate them. They should look to see if there are other better alternatives to go and represent the people in the Senate. PAP, Ahmed Salif spoke well, great guy. I have interacted with him, dealt with him professionally. I remember seeing him around during the TRC days and during the 2021 election, or 2011 elections rather. He got a bit involved in the 2023 ones. But it's good to see him back here as organizing chair of PAP. But I was surprised that he chose PAP or he chose Sir Joseph. So I look forward to seeing what that relationship is going to be like and what that campaign is going to look like after their convention. But I want to end tonight on the land issue, Stanton. I wanted to talk about the land issue earlier. I didn't have much time. You know, when I saw that clip, when I saw men brandishing weapons, you know, machetes and knives and speaking Mandingo and trying to take a personal fight between two families, between two Mandingo families, and one has won and the other is aggrieved, and now they're trying to portray the issue as an issue against the state. It's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous precedent. No matter if you are, coming from another land and you migrate into a different country, you are bound by the rules of that country, and you have to abide. You got to be a law-abiding citizen. If the court of the land, the highest court of the land, has ruled against you, you must respect the ruling of the court. There's no exception to the rule in that. We understand that our justice system is challenged. We understand that there have been instances where, people have influence or have gone through, people that they know of power to try to influence justice. There has been instances of miscarriages of justice. But that doesn't mean that every case in Liberia that goes through our justice system has been tampered with or has been corrupted. The Liberian land issue itself, Stanton, needs to be transformed. And I know the Land Authority, the current director, has inherited an enormous challenge. But my recommendation to them tonight is to transform the Liberian land system into a digital system. Kenya has several, similar problems to Liberia about a decade or so ago. But it took a decision, a conscious decision to say, let's begin to think of how we can stop these land cases. People were killing each other. They were fighting with machetes, village against village, town against town, district against district. It was bad. And that's what is beginning to take shape in Liberia. And this is why I think the Land Authority and the supporting government agencies need to really look into this and put some funding in there for the next fiscal year or budget year. We have to digitize the land system, Stanton. It is becoming a problem across the land. Every 5 person who buy land across Maserado, Magibi, and the surrounding counties, Bombi of Maserado, at least 3 of them have land problem. They have to go to court and they're having towns fighting. This is something, look, this is not a political issue. This is a national issue. And I hope this government can give it the urgency and support the Liberian Land Authority and this director, Brother Sang Pakio, so that he and his team can really bring in the experts that are needed. They can commission a team to begin to put in place the plan so that we can have a way to digitize our landmass across Liberia to try to mitigate, to try to bring to bear these issues and resolve these land conflicts across Liberia. We want to thank, our listeners and our followers in Radio Land. Whenever we come here, it should always be about Liberia first. When we put country first, we will move this country. And the independents are beginning also to take shape. Hopefully they'll be coming also in the coming months to show the people what an independent, outfit is going to look like, to try to, get a foothold into the political discussion of Liberia. It's always been a pleasure, Stanton. And thank you, colleagues, panelists on the show tonight.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tamba. It's always good having you. We're going to go to Cap Hassan, and Gibson Jerry will take us home. Kefiko.
Yeah, I don't know, Stanton, why sometimes be so nice. Before, when people speaking and the number dropping, you stop them. Then, Tamba speaking, the number was dropping, but man, you still let the man to talk. Yeah, my man. This is a network. It's a radio.
That's an insult to Tamba, man.
It's overwritten. Yeah, it's overwritten, my man. The number was dropping.
I just thought, man, you can't do that to Tamba, man.
Yeah, are you attacking me again tonight?
Yeah, it's so feeling definitely in good fit, man. You can do that.
Kev, is that all you got? Insults?
Tamba is insignificant.
Yeah, that's what he means. Tamba is for the show speaking, man. Kev, you can do that.
When the numbers start dropping, the manna for heaven.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I may be an insignificant dude, but I bring logic. I bring logic to the conversation.
It's a
What,
number.
what do you bring? What do you bring? What do you bring?
Somebody forget it.
Yeah,
Kev,
it's a
thank you,
number.
man. We'll see you tomorrow, man, Kev. You're a very bad boy.
You know,
Gibson comes.
this guy can be disrespectful, man.
Yeah, Kev. Okay, Gibson come in, man. Let's see what we keep Jefferson chasing up. We gotta keep an eye on Kev. You look at your fellow party, you see when you open your mouth and speak, everybody going in the bathroom, everybody going in the bathroom, everybody going home. Is this a theater? People just can't stand to get the
So what he trying to suggest is everybody must speak about being loud, because by the time you speaking, there'll be two people.
It's like Gibson. Look, Kevin did not regard me, but let me tell you, I regard myself.
Gibson, I'm done today, man. I'm done. I don't want to end the show again. We also thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure, man.
Gibson, no, I'm done. Let's forget it tomorrow. Yeah, you can do that to Tama. The man just start speaking. You say everybody leaving. Say everybody go home. Let's go home too.
Yeah, let you go.
How many people got?
You say Gibson?
The message time I was speaking, people are dropping. How many people drop? 1,000 people.
But I careful give the pronouncement should have said, okay, when Thomas started to speak, we had 1,000 plus, and now we have 5,000. But he just said, no.
This is ridiculous, man.
How you got no clue?
But you know, Gibson, actually, let's but take away, right? The guy that on the video that said Hala Wagba, what the hell he was trying to do? I want to leave this.
They said they'll kill the people. They say aligned.
That's wrong. Then the man say he pay money to council. You say you pay me that a contract we get to talk for you. We get contract to talk for you, man.
You were not expecting critical views. You were expecting.
Yeah, you can't. Listen, if you want to be a one-on-one, go to Diamond Slanger. He will talk for you. I don't talk for people. But I want to say, Diamond.
Yeah, thank you, man. Okay, guys. nice to see you.
Is somebody
you're killing me today.
I think good night.
No, man. Hey, after you, I'm through with you. Yeah, man. They made me to tell about the answer people Hala Wagba. What the hell are you going to tell about Hala Wagba in like, bro? You might stop that thing. But it was a great show, Damo. Thank you very much. We do appreciate you. And we appreciate the entire team. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday, with the biggest phone talk. Hey, President Burger is coming back with what? And I leave this for you. Go check it out. $200 million. Where is it coming from? We got the story. And we'll be informing the nation tomorrow.
Did you say how much?
Listen, I can speak only one time, man. I'll let it repeat myself.
Oh, but you are speaking in never were tripping.
So let me say this again. I said President Burger will be returning to Liberia with what? People asking, what did he get from France? Where would he be? I mean, is he bringing anything from Saudi Arabia or anywhere he going right now? I am hearing $200 million. And you can only follow Spoon Talk on this one. I am hearing $200 million.
From where?
That's one of the biggest thing ever. Where is it coming from?
From France.
Again, brother, join us tomorrow for the story. I'm hearing $200 million. Join us tomorrow for the story. CDC here going to hell again. I don't know where the hell that thing coming from, but he's going to hell again. I said, Doug going to be in Zico again. $200 million. Remember that Joey went to Paris, France, right? Joey went to Paris, France. That's what happened. Joey brought $10 million. Only $10 million Joey to transfer fee. Only $4 million landed in Liberia.
One person I can take transfer fee.
No, be friend. Joel went there. They gave him $10 million. Only $10 million he took transfer fee. And then all I want nobody see up to today. President Burger, what we are hearing, upon the conclusion of this whole trip, we are hearing $200 million. And I can say this to everybody. $200 million is how many times increase compared to what Joel took from France? 20 times, right? Am I correct? 20 times?
He brought 10 million.
Joel brought 10 million.
No, actually,
I said, I want somebody to do the math, right? I said,
I won't give you information.
Don't give me information. I beg you. Don't spoil my thing. I beg you. Can somebody do the perfect math for me? Joel went there. He got 10 million. On this trip, combined, I can tell the Liberian people, y'all come tomorrow, let's tell you something. Joseph Yeman Boakai, we are hearing $200 million. Where are you coming from? Join us tomorrow. $200 million. And that's some big news for Liberia. I know everybody's going to go fishing now. Y'all go fishing. But we got the story. We got the news. And I can say to all of you, President Joseph Yeman Boakai, upon his return, you will receive the information, but we'll break it tomorrow. $200 million. Plus or minus. That's all.
Well, plus or minus coming inside, you know.
Because you gotta get transfer entry, we have to transfer fee from there for under 10 million. Who know where would it want to be? But on a serious note, though, we can confirm we are hearing the information, and this is not MCC compact. This is real money, real cash for the Liberian people. And I want to say to all of you, go check it out. $200 million. I think it's a feel good movement entering the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. $200 million is knocking on the door of Liberia. That would be a big victory for Joseph Yeman Boakai. And then next year, they're talking about raising the budget to $1 billion. So whatever the case may be, we will be announcing that breaking news here on Spoon Talk tomorrow. I want to say to all of you, may God bless you. Because
you're doing your parting prayer now. I wanted to ask a question, but I'll save my question for tomorrow.
No, go ahead, ask question. I tell you won't go home. Ain't give me cry, you won't. Oh, I see. The Oma to the horn, I say you won't go home, right? Oh, I see.
So
the Oma I say you won't go home.
The 200 million, is it from bilateral agreements or is from corporations or some deals?
And that's the reason why I'm asking the folks to join us tomorrow. On a very serious note, we'll be speaking to some key players that will be that is part of this information. And again, we want to invite every one of you to this Spoon Talk. We just cannot say it all right now, but we can say thank God for Liberia. I think where we are as a country, as a nation, it may not be 100% to our liking, Dama, but Joseph Yeman Boakai is trying. And if the president can bring in $2 million on this hardship, and the Liberian people benefit, it's the bread and butter issue. I think the Liberian people will be happy. We got problems. We got issues. We'll fight to solve them. If a sedition like Asedo turn to Emmanuel Congress and say persecute us, or else everything you say is a lie, we'll blame Joseph Yeman Boakai. But you know why? If this president can say, I'm going to leave the comfort of my home or the executive mansion and go out for 10 days to lobby, and upon return, Papa not come. Papa come with what? $200 million. That's a hell of a breaking news. And I can say to everybody, we will be explaining this tomorrow, and the country should be able to embrace it. And those CDC will come in and say their own and talk about Joel 2029. But Joel went there. He received $10 million. And if, and only if, what we are hearing is true, Joseph Boakai will be returning home with $200 million. And I will give the reason. We are not telling you anything more, but the information that $200 million saying the eagle has landed. The Eagles have landed. What are you laughing again for? Somebody just see you, you're not hot and cold. I will never be hot and cold. Now you don't want to be cold. Listen, Revelation say, if you are lukewarm, I will spit you all of my mouth. So we can never be lukewarm. We got to go straight in the air. But again, I want to say, what you said, Dada?
No, I just waiting for you to conclude a prayer because the town and change.
But don't forget about all the different zigzag more. We're on course. Don't forget. Follow clue and let us know where we are. So till we meet again, let God bless you. Yeah, my friend. And let God bless our country. Have a good night, folks.
You too.
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of your day. All right,
Yes,
folks,
sir.
thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This is how we draw the curtains down on tonight's edition of One-on-One with the CEO. Have for yourselves a wonderful night. And for those of you, other parts of the world, good day and bye-bye.
Yes, sir. It's Mr. Y. From the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, right in the South.
To get your information.